presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The hunt for a WDA title is officially on. There's the hunters and the hunted. Tonight we see two of those teams that can be classified as both. Minot High, the #1 ranked team in all of North Dakota. The hunted, the hunters, the Dickinson Midgets. They come together tonight in boys and girls high school hoops here on the PSP Network. We couldn't be more thrilled to bring it to you live from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium in the beautiful Magic City of Minot, North Dakota. Welcome into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show for North Dakota high school hoops inside of the WDA tonight. First off, the Midgets from Dickinson at 5-4 take on the Midgets from Minot at 8-2. We'll have a boys matchup to follow here tonight. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline, timely service that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Just stay in your car. It's a drive-through oil change. We know you're busy. When you visit our service center, we don't waste our time or yours. Our technicians can typically perform a drive-through oil change in about 15 minutes. Take it from me, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is the real deal. They're quick, they're convenient, they do a fantastic job. They bring you the pregame here tonight. Nick Holberg alongside of Mr. Bryce Gutnick. Partner, great to see you. It's been a little while, it feels like, but really it hasn't. Holiday tournament time is just kind of such a cluster there. Now we get into WDA play and race towards that championship of the regular season. How jacked are you to start the second part of the season?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, Nick. It's been a little while since we've been together and called a game, but we're in the grind of the season here. Those holiday breaks are over. You're just really diving into region play, and you got the Midgets, like you said. They're the hunted. They're going to take everyone's best shot. They got that #1 in front of their name. That comes with the territory, Nick.
Let's take a look at the most recent media poll and see where these teams stack up. You called it. The girls are ranked #1 in the state of North Dakota, 7-2 for an overall record. When this poll was published last week, they got one more win in South Dakota over the weekend down in Sioux Falls. They moved to 8-2 overall on the year. Century's unbeaten. They're 7-0 on the season. They're in action tonight at Mandan. It's a doubleheader on the PSP Network. Todd Dobries, Chuck Claremont have the call of that one tonight from Mandan's Gymnasium in Mandan, North Dakota. You can click on over and watch that contest tonight as well on the PSP Network. Legacy moved up to #3. They're legitimate. Legacy, they took down Century from the time that this poll was published, or this graphic, until now. Century actually knocked off Legacy last week on the PSP Network in a Friday night affair. Legacy's the real deal. Horace is at #4. Davies is at #5. Red River still receiving some votes. The defending state champions have suffered a handful of losses on the year, 3 of them to be exact now at this point in the season. So Red River still receiving some votes. Davies, Horace, Legacy, Minot, and Century are the teams to beat on the girls' side. On the boys' side, well, you'll see the perfect 8-0 Magicians moving to 9-0 here tonight, taking on Dickinson. Century's at #2. North is at #3. Davies is at 4. Central's at #5. Legacy, Cheyenne, and Bismarck all receiving votes. There's going to be some shakeups as this season continues on, but on this graphic that you see right here, is there any major surprises that Minot High is the #1 team for boys and girls in your mind at this point of the year?
From what I've seen, Nick, you really can't argue with those polls. On the girls' side, talk about some huge matchups this week. You got Minot traveling to Century Friday, but I think Dickinson will have something to say. Hey, don't forget about us. Don't overlook us tonight here in this doubleheader on both sides for the boys and the girls.
Minot High band is here tonight. Isn't it something when they set the tempo for these ball games?
I love it. You see there's a cowbell down there. I couldn't help but think we need more cowbell, Nick.
Yeah, we need a little more cowbell. Well, under the direction of Evan Myers, we know we're in store for a treat with the Minot High bands here. They're here in full force tonight for this West Region Showdown. Dickinson, Minot High, and girls high school hoops. More of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. When we come back, we're going to look further into this matchup. We'll look at the standings in the West Region. Also take a dive into the player matchup and the numbers here tonight as the Midgets and the Midgets come together in early January in WDA play.
Great news. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
From the 26-yard line, nearing the Serve Pro red zone are the Demons already. Handoff, Hankey dances in the hole. Now he speeds and bursts outside, accelerates to the 20, 15, 10, 2 touches, 2 touchdowns.
Carter Hankey, this time they go left, and he just does what he does so well is he read the block. It wasn't off tackle, it wasn't off the guard on the inside, and he took his time, then he bounced to the outside, got a great little kick out block, a touch block, and deep downfield for the Demons, helping him out.
Well, we've had a little bit of everything. They just got done playing some Green Day. I'm not aware of what this one is, but whatever it is has me elevated, ready for the showdown tonight. The Minot High Band in full force here at the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show tonight as Minot High and Dickinson come together in North Dakota Girls High School Hoops. Pregame show is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They've got locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com. For more information, it's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, Bryce, looking at the standings inside of the West Region coming into the showdown here tonight. We know that Minot High is at the top of the ladder inside of the conference at 4-0. Bismarck hopped up into the number 2 spot. They're 4-1. Century sits at 3-1 at number 3. Legacy also 3-1 at number 4. Mandad, they're 3-1 at number 5. You look at that log jam inside of the conference. Bismarck, Century, Legacy, Mandad, they're all right there, and not far behind Minot at a 4-0 mark for the Midgets coming in. St. Mary's at 2-3. Dickinson, a 1-3 basketball team that we see here on this occasion. Jamestown's 0-5, and so is Williston. Other games tonight and big ones. Legacy at Jamestown, Williston at Bismarck, Shiloh's at St. Mary's tonight in A versus double A matchup here this evening. Century at Mandan, which we've got on the PSP network for you, and Dickinson right here in Minot. This early in the WDA race to the postseason, anything can happen. These numbers can sure shuffle around without question. However, nights like these, to me, are some of the biggest nights of the year, not only for the Midgets, but for the Midgets as well, if you want to get up into that top 4 of the WDA come WDA tournament time.
I tell you what, logjam was the perfect word you used, Nick, to describe that. Look at that top half of that. Mandan, Legacy, Century, Bismarck High, right on the Midgets' tail there with that one loss. I tell you what, I think we're in store for a lot of movement in that. You know, we've got the peak of the region play is upon us here, and you're going to see some shuffling in that for sure, Nick.
What a season. As always, the parity inside of the WDA is there again here this year. Minot High, the number 1 ranked team in all of North Dakota. Dickinson, number 7 inside of the West Region. I don't think tonight's a walkthrough. However, for the Midgets, yes, on paper, at 5-4, the Midgets come in. They're certainly the underdog at 7 out of 9 in the West Region against the number 1 team in the state of North Dakota. However, in this showdown here tonight, anything can happen, and Dickinson's got some players that can make things happen as well in this ball game.
Yeah, you see Dickinson 1-3 in in the region play there. They're looking for something to kickstart their season, and they say, hey, why not us? Why not us to be the ones to knock off the #1 seed in the state here? And like you said, get a strong push to the region play here in the heart of it.
Time to take a look at our keys to the game here this evening. They're presented by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air, proudly serving the region for 25 years as the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. Find them online, northern-plains.com. For Dickinson, start early. For Minot High, show why. For me, this means, Bryce, that Dickinson coming into the showdown, they don't have a choice but to get off the bus and get going against what is a buzzsaw. If you get down to Minot High, you almost can kiss it goodbye.
Yeah, if I'm the Midgets there and I'm sitting there, you got to get off to that hot start. Make some perimeter shots. You're basically taking it in increments. I say that a lot on the broadcast, people probably say, but take it in 6 to 8 increments. Win those increments. Get to a point where you have a goal towards that end of the game where you're within so many to give yourself that shot at that upset of the Midgets.
For the Midgets, show why, to me, basically meaning here tonight that they are ranked #1. They're #1 in the conference. You need to show up and show out each and every night that you've got that target on your back, because you're going to get the opposition's best effort from Minot High. What does it take for them to show why here tonight?
You took the words out of my mouth. Like you just said, you're taking everyone's best shot. You've got that target on your back. Some people don't, some teams, maybe some coaches don't like to have that #1. You got to embrace it. Take that best shot. I tell you what, the last few broadcasts, something that's really stood out about the Midgets to me, that defensive effort. Let's see if that continues tonight, Nick.
There's your keys to the game, presented here this evening by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Well, we'll give you a little loyal and true, the Minot High school song, as we head to a break and then come back. Send it down to Andy Latch. PA voice of Minot High Midget basketball. Then we'll get this one set to go underway here tonight at Magic City campus.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-iety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Minot High Dickinson West Region Affair here this evening on the PSP Network. Nick Holbert, Bryce Gutnick, as we put a cap on the tail end of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We're going to send it down to Andy Latch, the voice of Minot High Midget basketball.
And your Minot High Midgets. We ask that you please stand if you're able. Gentlemen, remove your headgear as the Minot High Pep Band performs our national anthem.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Yeah, fantastic rendition of our nation's national anthem here tonight ahead of this ball game between Dickinson and Minot High. Just about set for our starting lineups here this evening, courtesy of Andy Latch. Let's take a look at the WDA leaders coming into the showdown here tonight. We're going to see two of them in this ball game. Lily Bell for Minot High and Maggie Frinke for the Midgets as well. 25 and 18 for the two Midgets sophomores. Falkley's into that list at the top five. So is Paige Brewer and McKenna Johnson. They're in good company. Those numbers brought to you by the Hoopster. That publication, big thanks to Perry Hansen for his continued work inside of North Dakota High School athletics. There's your WDA leaders coming into the showdown here tonight. For the Midgets from Dickinson at 5-4, it's a team that scores 51.8 points per game compared to the 55 that they're giving up, Bryce. They're led on the season by Jasmine Berry. She's got 11 points per ball game on her stat line. So does Stady Stevenson. Those two young ladies need to be big here tonight in order for Dickinson to have a chance against Minot High and some of the top producers in the state.
Yeah, I don't know how much you want to get into a track meet with the Midgets. You got Bell, you got Fricky, we know all about them. The huge thing for the Midgets have been that supporting cast. Seems like there's been a different girl stepping up each night for the Midgets.
Minot High on top of Bell and Fricky, they've got a young lady by the name of Presley Bennett leading the WDA in three-pointers. Bennett's hit 18 of those on the season. They can shoot the three ball from all over the place. Fricky's got 11 of those, 14 threes for the Eve Knutson, the freshman. Sorry, the sophomore guard for Minot High. It's a Midget team that's got some power. Minot High band with a rendition of Korn. It's time here tonight. Oh my goodness. Gotta love that, don't you?
The band just gives us just a different feel. I mean, it's loud, it's energetic. Does it make you want to, does it take you back to your days of playing the saxophone at all, Nick?
Yeah, I don't know if I was ever quite at that caliber, my friend. The glory days. Tonight's ball game of the opening tip brought to you by Andrew Goodmanson at 701 Realty. Find them at 701realty.com. Andrew Goodmanson and his entire staff, they do a fantastic job in the real estate game in North Dakota and in Western North Dakota. Big thanks to Andrew Goodmanson at 701 Realty. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call. Minot High is in white. Dickinson is in black. The Midgets, the #1 ranked team in the state of North Dakota, #1 in the West region, coming into tonight's ball game, take on the Dickinson Midgets, #7 in the West region, and a team that comes in at 5-4 off the opening tip. What happened there? The ball went out of play, and it will be Minot High basketball. Is that correct?
Had a little conversation. They weren't sure who tipped it out of bounds, but Mr. Charlie Moore was on top of it.
Here's Maggie Fricke with the basketball. Well, the Midgets make their trip home from South Dakota, where they took on St. Thomas down in South Dakota. That game was on Midco Sports. How about the year for Minot High and their travel schedule and the visibility that these young ladies have got across not only North Dakota, but into South Dakota and Minnesota as well over the holiday break. They were down early in that ball game big. They came back for a victory 51-31 just the other night. Minot High on the fast break. True Lamore's got the first two of tonight's contest, and it's 2-0 Minot High School.
Yeah, I tell you what, you talk about those trips, Nick. What a great experience for the girls. What a response in the second half by the Midgets down there at the Pentagon in South Dakota, holding St. Thomas to 8 points in that second half, Nick.
Taken here by the Midgets, little jump shot. Oh, that was Pierre, it drops in. Sadie Stevenson's got the first two of the night here for the Dickinson Midgets, and we're tied at 2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Maggie Fricke with the basketball. Pull-up jump shot, long two-pointer. Maggie Fricke's into the scorebook, averaging 18 per night. She's got her first two, and Minot's got the lead back as the teeter-totter match in the early portion continues on. Midgets with possession now. This is Sally with it. Sally goes inside. Jump shot, no good. Contested there from Bennett. And now the Midgets bring it back across with Lamore. Up top it comes. Bennett pulls up for three. Swoosh!
No hesitation out of Bennett. Top of the key, knocked down. 7-2 start for the Midgets.
Presley Bennett's 19th three-pointer on the season. Let me make sure that's right. It is. Number 19, leading all WDA scorers from three-land, and Bennett continues to tear. You talk about a confidence level that you saw off of that shot. There was no doubt about it. She got it, and it was going up, and it was going in. Barely even touched the net. Lily Bell off to Maggie Fricke. Lamore, corner, Bennett. Back up now here for Carew. Bennett's open again, three-land. Can she get another? That one's off the rim. Battle for the board, taken down here by the Midgets, and they'll bring it back across here with Sally. Bounce pass inside, off the window, nice look. And the 2 points are up and in there for Jasmine Berry. And Berry, who averages 11 per night, has her first two in the ballgame.
I like that out of Dickinson. Press it, press the issue, get some points in transition, some easy baskets.
Our key tonight for the Midgets was an early start. Are you satisfied if you're the head coach, Devin Douglas, in his third year, trailing by 3, but a good back and forth so far?
I tell you what, they've had a couple other nice looks too that Coach Douglas would probably want to fall, but not a bad start. Like I said, I think I like that idea of playing faster. They really press the issue. Don't let Midgets set up.
That shot from three-land off the mark, just missed there from Duke Key. Now it's Lily Bell, the WDA point leader, with the basketball. Spin move in the paint, turnaround jump shot. Oh my goodness, Lily Bell. Hello. She's a living highlight reel, my friend.
I'm gonna tell you what, Nick, I don't know how much you can do to defend that. Playing like a point guard, just a simple turnaround J in the lane.
Inside for Carew Lamore, and on transition in the takeover, Carew's got 4. And Minot High's got the lead at 11-4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Lamore with a couple transition buckets to start this game.
Midgets with possession. Contested inside. Ball's taken away here. Deshaw's got it. She fires it forward off to Fricke underneath the rack. Fricke lays it up and in. And Maggie Fricke's got a quick 4. Minot High's got a quick lead now at 13-4 with 14:20 to play in the opening half of basketball. Deep three's on its way. That one just a bit short for Farnsworth. Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Minot State University, the best way to predict your future is to create it with over 100 areas of study at Minot State. You'll earn the degree for the career that you desire. More than 96% of recent Minot State grads that are employed are continuing their education. Those numbers will speak for themselves. Be seen, be heard, be you, Minot State. Worked inside. Here's Lily Bell. She's going to be fouled. This will be the first foul in the ball game here on Dickinson. It's on number 23, Sadie Stevenson, one of the starters. So Lily Bell will inbound the basketball. Two-time All-West Region and All-State player. She's only a sophomore. Knutson downtown. Raindrops for Eve Knutson.
What a set play by the Midgets out of bounds there, getting Knutson wide open in the corner for a knockdown 3.
Knutson not afraid to shoot it. That's number 15 on the year for her from behind the 3 line. Scrum for the basketball inside. Is this a foul on the play here called by Danielle? It is. Falls on number 20, Lauren Selly charged with number 1. This game on the PSP Network is also brought to you by the UPS Store. The UPS Store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS Store. Aberley up top. Trying to go inside to Lily. Towers up, gets it, gets her own rebound. Scrumming, fighting, scoring. Lily Bell's got 2 more from inside the paint.
I don't know how they feathered that pass into Lily, but she gets it, picks up her own miss, and puts it home for the Midgets.
Midgets working around up top. Shot clock at 18. Nice defense there from Barch. Got it off to Lamore, and Lamore ends up on the ground. There's going to be another foul charged here on the Midgets. Selly's second personal. Third team foul here on Dickinson. Minot's got possession. Hot start for the Midgets again, 18-4. They've got the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. That key to the game tonight to show why for Minot High, why they're ranked number 1. Prove a point almost. You can't overlook teams in the WDA. That was part of that conversation with you and I before the contest tonight as well, that this isn't a walkthrough. No games inside the West region are walkthroughs. Lily Bell step back. She's got 6 now for the Midgets.
I tell you what, getting back to that point, Nick, I don't think Coach Schwartz will let these girls, just kind of walk through and kind of sleepwalk through a game. He's had them ready to play since the tip tonight.
Fricke and Bennett check back in. There's going to be a timeout called here by the Midgets. Devin Douglas takes the timeout. We'll take a break with them. 20-4. Minot High's got the lead early in this West Region affair.
Right Bank will be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Well, we come back with a live look in from a matchup down in Mandan. It's the Braves and the Century Patriots here tonight. Todd Dobries, Chuck Claremont have the call of that one on the PSP Network. Big thanks to Planet Pizza, proudly serving the region. Feeding that belly for 25 plus years at Planet Pizza. Delicious stuff. Call now 701-852-1700. They will deliver tonight if you're in the Magic City. Aberley into the ballgame for the Midgets. Off to Knudsen. Far corner here for Maggie Fricke, dribbling up top. Almost stolen away. Comes to Barch. Now Bennett's open downtown. Bennett on corks, fires and scores. Bennett. That was money, Bryce, from downtown.
I tell you what, just a simple gamble by the Midgets there. Leaves Bennett wide open on the corner. Can't do that. She's going to knock that down a majority of the time. Wide open look.
Second three in the ball game for Presley Bennett. Third three in the ball game for Minot High, and they've extended the lead to 23-4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank. Coverage inside, stingy again for Minot High as it comes back to the other end of the floor. Fricke goes up and one. And Maggie Fricke adds two more to her resume. That's 6 with a chance to make it an old-fashioned three-point play to make it 7 here in this ball game.
I tell you what, the transition has been the key to this 25-4 start for the Midgets. Every missed shot by the Midgets, they are out and running, getting some easy looks and some layups.
Maggie Fricke at 79% from the charity stripe. Puts that one in. Minot High leads 26-4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Block in the paint there from the Shaw. Now the jump shot from deep, no good. Pulled out of there as the shot missed from Barry. And it's Lily Bell that has it here. Stutter step move from Lily. Kicked it off to Fricke downtown. Swoosh! Talk about barely hitting the net, my friend.
I tell you what, 4 threes in the early going for the Midgets. Some simple dribble drive, getting some great looks.
Off the window. Farnsworth, it was for 3. First points to stop the Minot High run in quite a while here. Big answer on the other side. Eve Knudsen from downtown. It's a 3-point party in the Magic City right now, and the Midgets are up big, 32-7. Lily Bell pulls down the rebound. Lily to her left. Scoop shot, no good, just missed. Rebound pulled out of there by Jenna Nelson. Baseball pass, taken down. Bennett's going to recover. Full court press is on, skips it forward off to Eve Knudsen. Now the Midgets have it here with Fricke again. She's got the green light off the mark. Knudsen came crashing in for the board, but it's taken by the Midgets. And Selly, correct me, that's Stevenson rather, pulls up, jump shot, no. In the paint, turn around, there's going to be a travel violation. Jasmine Berry had the right idea, just had the suitcase out on the play.
What a pace to this game here, Nick. The referees finally get a stoppage there with a travel, but Minot has pushed the pace since the tip.
88 is the high for the Midgets on the year for point production in a single game. 88-37, they beat St. Mary's. They're on pace right now to crack that 100 mark here tonight. They did that last year on multiple occasions. Bell from downtown. Off the mark, Bennett pulls it back out. Sets it up now as Lily Bell takes it on the dribble drive, kicks it out over to the far side to Shaw, open. This is Barch for 3, and another 3-point bingo. Kenley Barch is into the books. All Midgets from downtown early in this showcase tonight in AA basketball.
How about Lily's ability to handle it, not just in the post. Seen her at times kind of running the point guard, Nick, and it kind of doesn't really seem fair, if I could be honest.
Next level would be an understatement for Lily Bell. Off of the corner, Barch worked around. Bennett wants another one. Off the mark, rebound pulled down. Midgets, the defensive board. Sadie Stevenson brings it back across. Well, inside the WDA, the midget program has never won a WDA crown nor a state title. However, they've had some teams that have qualified for the state tournament. Program under the direction of Devin Douglas in year number 3 after an 8-17 run last year. Good enough for number 8 inside the West region. They didn't qualify for the state tournament last year, however. Minot, on the other hand, that's been a bit of a dynasty here in the Magic City after the Young Guns took down Century, the giant inside of the West region of the state championship game 2 years ago. First points of the ball game for number 34. That's Halverson.
Good bench production right off the bench. Halverson gets a good look, little step through and a bucket.
Lamore's got another one as she danced on in, put it up. She's got 6. Shots off the mark. Take another look at the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Minot High gets you to move so much, Bryce, don't they? And then they open up the lanes. There's so many opportunities for them to score. They do it in so many different ways from inside and out. Hard to contest. Jump shot off the mark from Barry. Midgets with possession. Under 8 to play in the opening half. All Minot High 37-9. They've got the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Runner from the line, no good. Rebound out front. Scrubbing for it, wide open. Knutson on the Hail Mary pass from Aberly. She lays it up with the left hand and scores.
Like I said, the transition buckets continue. Little leak out by Eve Knutson there. Finishes with the left hand. Great recognition by Aberly.
Another tank away for the Midgets. Barch has it here. Across the floor, Barch goes over to her left, kicks it down to the corner. Lamore open downtown. Rimmed in, then out. Offensive rebound. Aberly put it up. She's fouled on the play. Under 7 to play in the opening half. Prestwich Orthodontics bringing you the ball game tonight. Prestwich Orthodontics specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations online at Prestwich Orthodontics or in person at Prestwich Orthodontics. Find them at minotbraces.com. Well, Minot High is going to get the bench to work here tonight as into the ball game goes Ariana Rude. Fricky checks back in for Minot High School as well. Meanwhile, Aberly from the stripe missed on the second. Pull up 3. Off the mark on the other end for Farnsworth. Now Lily Bell from the far corner. Got it back to Fricky. Aberly wide open downtown. Aberly drained it.
Aberly getting in on the fun there, Nick. The 7th made 3 of the first half for the Midgets.
7 threes from 7 players in the lineup. That bucket was put in. The other side, I need some help on that one, Bryce.
I got Lauren Selly on that one, Nick.
Selly, then Aberly. Track beat here in the middle portion of the first half. It's going to be a foul on the play. Coming here, charged on Eve Knutson. That's number 1 on Eve. Third team foul at Minot High. Well, are you impressed tonight by Minot High's performance?
Couple things, I've said it, transition buckets. They have been doing that since the tip. Obviously 7 made 3s. I've seen like 5 or 6 different girls bring the ball up the court. Hard to stop, Nick.
Aberly puts it off the window and in. 7 for Aberly in the ball game. Minot High halfway to 100 almost here as they get it into Rude, back to Knutson. My goodness, tic-tac-toe, and Eve Knutson has 10.
How about the unselfishness of Rude there? She could have forced that shot up. Give the ball back right where you got it from the Knutson. Wide open layup.
Jump shot from the corner. Counted for Dudke. Dudke's got her first points. Fricky steps back. Dickinson fans wanted to call. They're not going to get that one. Coast to coast with it now. Little step through. Lily Bell slams the door. On the ground with it. Work back up. Right on top of the free throw line. That shot was just off the mark there from Farnsworth. Fricky's got it again. 3-on-1. Step through move. Fricky puts it up. And Maggie Fricky adds 2 more.
Hard to stop her in transition, Nick. How about that little fake? That might be a good nominee for our Jobbers play of the move of the game there, Nick.
I think you might be right. Well, we'll have plenty to pick from. We'll take another look at it right now. The Riot Family Dealerships replay. Play starts at the defensive end for Minot High, then the baseball pass from Bell. What makes this play so special?
Just the Bell rebounding that, getting it out on the edge there to Fricky, and Fricky just goes full blown to the basket. That fake is just special, just knowing maybe get her to commit to that and finishing with a little bit of traffic. Special player.
Minot High rolling early in this contest. Fricky to Lily Bell off the mark. Lily gets her own rebound. Left hand puts it up and in. Another tank away from Minot High. Ariana Rude's got it. She puts it up. It's off the mark. Crashing for the basketball was Stevenson. Travel's going to be the violation. Minot High will get the ball back.
Presley Bennett back in for the Midgets.
Looking at the stat sheet, Nick, just contributions. I mean, look at Lamore, Lely, Aberly, Knutson, Fricky. I mean, great first half of play by the Midgets.
Minot's got 53 here with 3:59 left in this first half. Leading Dickinson 53-13, a 40-point lead early in this ball game. Wow. Fricky worked it around, came to Barch up top. Bennett. DeShaw. Bennett was open. She'll drive in. Bennett puts it up. Bennett's going to get 2 more as Bennett with a little jump shot. She's got 8 now in the ball game.
Hard to defend that. You know the shooter that Presley Bennett is. How about that little head fake? Hesitation in the lane. She finishes in traffic there. Nice finish by Bennett.
Well, if you're just joining us, BNC National Bank scoreboard is correct. Minot High 55, Dickinson 13. 3:28 left here in our first half. All Midgets tonight down the home floor.
Facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
While the rankings come out each and every week, as voted on by the North Dakota Associated Press, Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association, Minot's been ranked number 1 for the majority of the season. Red River had that top spot, and then Minot beat them here on their home floor. Since then, Minot hasn't looked back, looking like a number 1 team again here tonight. And Presley Bennett's got her 3rd three-pointer. Minot leads 58-13 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
I don't want to jinx anything, but we might have to start looking at team-made threes in a game here, Nick, and what the record is for the Midgets.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right now here for Minot High School from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different players in the ball game. Bell doesn't have one yet. You know, she's good for at least 1 from downtown. She's got 11 of those on the season. Off of the corner, Barch. Back up, Bennett. The shot down inside. Came away from Lamore. The shot was up from Barch and just off the mark. If you're the Midgets right now and Devin Douglas, what do you do in this situation?
Like you said, it's the buzzsaw that is the Midgets. Say, hey, we got 2.5 minutes. Let's run through some sets. Let's see if we can get some easy looks as they throw it away there. But see if we can get some buckets, something positive going into that second half of basketball.
Farnsworth checks back in. Ariana Rude brings it across the timeline, taking the call here from Jason Schwartz. If you're Minot High, do you take the foot off the gas pedal?
Just like, you know, you don't want to talk about embarrassing anyone, but, you know, just continue to run your sets, get your good looks, and just continue to shoot the ball when you have the opportunities, as Barch did right there.
Another three-pointer for Barch. Midgets inside. Back up top. Handled here by Dudke. Top of the key, three-pointer on its way. That one misses. Ball pulled down by Minot High, and Deshaw's got it here. She brings it across. Jump basketball. This ball game brought to you by our friend Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots and senior portraits. Mason Kramer Photography delivers some of the best work imaginable. He really is an next-level guy in the business from right here in the Magic City. Huge ally, the PSP Network. We thank you so much, Mason, for all you do to promote local athletes. Mason Kramer can be found online, MasonKramerPhotography.com. 80 seconds to play in the opening half. Minot's up by a monster margin, 61-13. Back outside, threes on its way, bingo. Farnsworth's got her second three-pointer in the ballgame.
Nice little simple dribble drive there, get Farnsworth a nice look, and like you said, second three of the game. There's something positive for the Midgets heading into the second half here.
Bennett, can she get another one off the back of the rim? Lead pass too far in front of Jasmine Berry. It will be Minot High basketball. Well, we'll see if we can get an update from the matchup with Century at Mandan tonight. Again, that's a big one inside of conference play. 21-16. It's Century Patriots on top of Mandan in that ball game. Todd Domrys, Chuck Claremont have the call that one. Busy week on the PSP Network. Minot travels to Century on Friday night. Matchup with 1 and 2 of the state. Boys and girls basketball. Take a look at the Planet Pizza live look, and Planet Pizza again. 701-852-1700 or planetpizzaND.com. Century up by 5. Mandan no slouch in girls hoops or boys either. They've been a perennial power for many years in the capital city. Lamore to her left, puts it up, she scores, count the bucket, and she's fouled.
Been very impressed with Lamore. All her points coming via transition tonight, pressing the issue there. Gets the N1 opportunity. I do like her shoes too. You know I'm a shoe guy, Nick. I'm always checking them out, but she has some nice kicks on tonight too.
The kicks look good. So does the free throw from the line. 1 for 1 for her from the charity stripe. Final 9 seconds, first half. What does a pair of shoes like that run a guy? Any idea?
I'd say you're just a little bit north of $100 there.
Just off the mark. 64-16. Minot High. Dominating performance early on here on their home floor tonight. Magic Towing halftime report comes up next. You blow it, we tow it. Magic Towing. We'll have the numbers and highlights of the stats from the first half when we come back to the Magic City.
Your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Well, what a first half for Minot High School. Steady dose of plays like this right here, Bryce, where Minot High is shooting the lights out of the gym, scoring from the inside, they're scoring from the outside. They are tough to contain right now, ranked number 1 of the states. I'm impressed, to say the least. Dickinson, not the strongest inside the WDA. However, no WDA game is a walkthrough, 64-16 at the break. What was it about Minot High that impressed you so much in the first half?
Just all business, like both ends of the court. Dickinson really struggled. It was basically one and done on that end. Minot's rebounding that ball, it's outletted, and it's go. A lot of transition buckets for the Midgets in the first half. How about the 9 made threes? So, like you said, finishing in the lane, finishing from the outside, total team effort from the Midgets in this first half.
Numbers of the first half brought to you by our friends at Magic Towing. Magic Towing also brings you the halftime report. You blow it, we tow it at Magic Towing. Put the number in your phone now, 509-4011, and Bryce has the halftime numbers.
We'll start with the Midgets. They were led in scoring by Farnsworth. She knocked down a couple threes. She has 6 in the ball game. Dudke has 2 points for Selly, 2 points for Stevenson, and then 2 points for Halverson for a total of 16 for the Midgets. Total balance attack by the Midgets. Fricky led all scorers in the first half. She had 12. Eve Knutson added 10. Kinley Barch with 6. Sydney Aberly with 8 off the bench. Presley Bennett shot the ball extremely well in the first half. She had 11. Lamore, some really key transition buckets for Lamore. She had 9. And Lily Bell with 8 for 64 points, Nick, in the first half for the Midgets.
Wow. Is there a game plan for Dickinson in the second half?
I think you got to try and maybe slow down the pace a little bit. You really got to crash the boards, try and create any sort of second chances you can get, offensive rebounds, easy buckets. Just like you said, I know the game seems kind of out of hand, but just try and win those first few minutes and try and continue to develop something positive with the outcome.
Here's a look at the numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Ryan Family Dealerships, 50 years as a trusted name in North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com or visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. It's not a typo, 64-16. The Midgets are on top. 7 scores for Minot, 6 for Dickinson. 9 3-pointers in the first half for Minot High School. 2 on the other side for the Midgets, as Bryce talked about. Minot shooting 75% from the stripe. Dickinson didn't get to the stripe. I always ask, is there a number here that stands off the paper? That answer is usually the 3-pointers or maybe the free throws, the free ones. Tonight, for me, it's the points on the board. I mean, my goodness, what a buzzsaw early on in this WDA showdown.
I tell you, like it's been everywhere. It's been the transition. It's been, I've seen 6, maybe almost 7 girls bring the ball up for Minot High. You see Lily bringing it up. She's just running a simple ball screen up at top of the screen, finishing in the lane, and I tell you what, 9 threes in the first half. I did look it up, Nick, for anyone wondering. The points per game record for the Midgets, 110, which was last year. Most made threes in a game is 19, which was also last year, Nick.
Wow. Well, we'll come back from our Magic Towing halftime report and get set for our second half of basketball. Minot's up big, 64-16 at the break.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Underway in our second half. If you're just joining us, Minot High's in white. Dickinson's in black, and Lily Bell picks up where she left off. That's 10 for Lily now in the ballgame.
It's a quiet 10 for Lily. Nice offensive rebound there, getting in the middle of the paint, finishing.
Great having you on board on the PSP Network partner. Boys game comes up next. Minot High and Dickinson. A little bit of a rivalry there. Most teams inside the conference over these years, of course, they grown to dislike each other just a bit. Nobody likes Minot High right now unless you're Minot High, because Lily Bell's got back-to-back buckets, and the Midgets are up 68-16.
A lot of what we saw in the first half, a one and done, quick transition. Fricky leads the break, finds Bell.
In the paint, turnaround jump shot, count the bucket and the foul. Jasmine Berry's got 4. Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Presley Bennett's going to be charged with the foul. Minot High hockey tonight, by the way. Speaking of Bennett, Minot High co-head coach Jason Bennett in Williston for a WDA affair. Over the line for Minot High was Lamore, so the shot will be taken again here on the and one play, coming from the stripe from Barry. And Barry gets that one to fall. Barry now with the first free throw bucket from the ServPro free throw line here in this ball game for the Dickinson Midgets. Fricky's got it. She'll just pull up for 3. Oh, wow. Didn't even hit the nets.
Double-digit threes for the Midgets. Fricky, kind of a slight hesitation there, but fires it. Nothing. I don't even think it touched the rim, Nick.
Midgets have possession. Barry back inside. One-on-one against Bell. That's a tough matchup for anybody, and Barry traveled with the basketball, so Minot High gets it back. 16:26 left here in regulation. Maggie Fricky across the half-court line. Well, when we started here tonight and got to the gym for the JV matchup, here's Bennett again downtown. Bennett, gosh, she just doesn't miss from out there, does she? WDA three-point leader's got another one. 1, 2, 3. That's number 4 in the ball game for Presley Bennett, and number 22 on the season for Minot High School. Nice pass inside, off the glass. Sadie Stevenson. When we got here tonight, the crowd was pretty light, I think would be a fair assessment. Not a jammed house tonight by any means, but it continues to fill up as we get through this girls matchup and head towards the boys affair here tonight. Talk about busy gymnasiums. Just the other night when Legacy and Century played down at Legacy, I think that was just about standing room only in that WDA showdown.
I'll tell you what, Nick, I think you're going to be in store for that on Friday night at Century.
Fricky. Raindrops from downtown for Maggie Fricky.
Third made 3 of the second half already for the Midgets.
Off the window, no good. Rebound on it high. Fricky calling for it. Fricky wide open. Lays it off the window and in. And Maggie Fricky continuing to tear. She had 12 in the first half. She's got 8 here in the second half. Averaging 18 per night for Minot High School, and she's surpassed that here this evening.
So impressive. Look at her on the defensive end, just face guarding, getting out there, causing havoc on the defensive end, playing both ends.
Midgets with possession. Trailing big, 79-21 here with 14:38 ticking down in our second half. Little step back, no good. Off of the corner, Lely's going to pick it up here. Fricky wide open again. Other end of the floor. Just off the mark. Dickinson basketball. Well, we'll take a look at the schedule on the PSP Network this week. Owen Patterson had the call last night of a doubleheader. Bishop Ryan, the number 3 ranked team in boys Class B basketball, they took it to Drake Adamus. Later this week, boys wrestling at Minot. Girls hockey, Williston's at Minot. It's Bismarck and Minot, and boys wrestling and girls wrestling, by the way, excuse me. Then Friday, Minot at Century, Mandan at Legacy. Busy week inside of WDA action here on the PSP Network. Sure appreciate each and every one of you joining us. There's Maggie Fricky making it look easy on the dish there from Eve Knudsen.
10 points in the second half for Fricky. Like I said, the transition, easy buckets for Midgets all night long.
Knudsen gets it back wide open. Look, Kinley Barch has 8 in the ball game.
Nick, have you ever called a wrestling duel?
I have one time,
okay.
Yes. I thought I didn't know a lot about soccer. Now, wrestling's a whole different ballgame, my friend. Thankfully, I had Cody Haugen with me.
That's a good person to have there.
I had a classic story. We don't have time for it here tonight, but back in my Beck Sports days, I announced the entire State A tournament on Beck Sports. We'll have to go on a podcast one day because that was blooper reel all day long. 83-21, Minot High on top.
Facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
This ball game on the PSP Network, proudly brought to you by our friends at the UPS Store. Located inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS Store. They're open 6 days a week for your convenience. Big thanks to the UPS Store for their continued support of our mission of promoting local athletes on the PSP Network. I want to thank Roger Ward Moving and Storage as well. They're proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs still. They started back in 1942 of doing just that. Find them online, RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com. Schedule a move or find a quote today. Lely from downtown off the mark. Bennett got the rebound, tossed it off to Barch. They're going to say it went off of Minot High School. Well, that matchup coming up on Friday night, Minot High at Century. 6 o'clock for the girls matchup. The boys will play roughly 7:45. We'll have the call with Joe Cattell coming up on Friday from Century High School. Talk about a rivalry that's developed between Minot High girls and Century girls in the last 2 seasons. Nice look inside, up off the window and in. Count the bucket for Jenna Nelson. She's into the book for the first time in the second half, ending the ball game.
Great look there by Nelson underneath. Not scared of Lely underneath. Attacked her and was rewarded with her first 2 points of the game.
Sally other side. Powers it off the window and scores. 4 for Selly. Yeah, the dogfights in the West Region Championship game in the last 2 seasons between Minot and Century and girls basketball. Some epic battles. Knudsen just off the mark. Fast break, Barry out in front. Barry's going to get it back. Oh, she traveled with the basketball. Credit the Dickinson Midgets for not going away and just crawling into a hole here in this ball game. They're certainly fighting, Bryce.
Yeah, they've continued to fight. Coach Douglas has them still playing hard, and a couple last possessions, some good looks for them, and a couple buckets on their end.
The Jets with the basketball. Ariana Root up top. Left open for 3 was Lamore. She was off the mark. 83-25. Minot's got the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Well, if you haven't already done so, vote for this week's Shields Player of the Week on the PSP Network social media pages. Player of the Week brought to you by Shields, locations in Minot and Bismarck. I got my Christmas shopping done at Shields. Took care of all of it right there at Shields in the Dakota Square Mall in the Magic City.
I think you gave me a call on Christmas Eve, Nick, when you were doing your last-minute shopping.
Hey, that was supposed to be a secret. Downtown, Jenna Nelson.
Secret's out, sorry.
My mom put a post on Facebook that said, just a reminder to all you kind gentlemen out there that better start your Christmas shopping. She put that out on Christmas Eve. I took the hint and went and did just that. Will they count the bucket from 3 land? Yes, Carew for 3. But Aberley's going to be charged with the foul after the ball went through. Is that how that worked there, Bryce?
They are going to count the bucket, so the 3 is good. Just a little extracurricular after the shot went up, and Aberley's charged with the foul.
Well, at the break, we heard a comment The Dickinson fans over here saying you're up by 60, telling Minot to call off the Dogs. In this situation, I always find it such an interesting argument on both sides of that, where, look at Aberley takes it away here, gets it back, Fricky in the paint, spins once, twice, puts it up and scores. Wow. That argument of, do you call the Dogs off? Do you keep grinding? I've been on the wrong end of lopsided games, and plenty of them in my playing days, and plenty with following different teams that I've called games for. My answer is still the same, that I think you just go gas pedal down all the way through the final buzzer, don't you? I mean, what's your view on it? Take it for what it is. There's no judgment zone here.
I can tell you what, trying to tell your team not to really play, don't play as hard. It's a really hard thing to do, Nick. You're not out here trying to embarrass anyone by any means at all. You want your girls to continue to play hard, get some good looks. You want them to get their minutes in. So, it is a tough debate, though.
Minot's got 90. 27 for the Midgets on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, and Lily Bell carries it back across. Lily Bell dribbles in. Oh, opens up the lane, puts it off the window and scores. You can teach it, some will learn it, some just naturally have it. Lily's got it.
Just playing point guard there, just a simple kind of dribble, drive, finishing with her left hand. You got to give, I'm not sure who was defending her, but you got to give her some help on that.
Knutson with the rebound, carries it across, under 10 to play here in regulation. The shot into the paint, steps up on corks, no good. Rebound pulled down here by the Midgets. They've got it with Kamora Phillips. She went ahead with the basketball. Bennett's going to be charged with the foul. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Minot State once again. Minot State. Be seen, be heard, be you. Planet Pizza brings you a live look in. Good one down in Mandan. 25 for the Braves, 30 for the Century Patriots. Live look in brought to you by Planet Pizza. Try the Blue Buffalo Pizza or Galactic, the 30-incher. How long do you think it would take us to take down a 30-inch Blue Buffalo at Planet Pizza?
Just you and I?
Just me and you.
Well, if there was some cash on the line, I think we could maybe hammer it down and do it, Nick.
Up top, Bennett's got it here. Back in the corner, Knutson, three, swoosh. 13 for Knutson, her third three-pointer. 95-27, Minot High is going to get to 100 here tonight.
Hot shootings continued. 14 made threes in this ball game for the Magi. It's been a little dose of everything, like we've said. Defensive effort has not gone away as well, Nick. You'd love to see that if you're Coach Schwartz.
Jump shot off the mark. Bell with a rebound. Oh, Lily's hounded. Nice play for Macy Mull, but Lily got it off to Knutson. Now Fricky with it here. Fricky looked to the corner. Now she sets it up top. Wide open is Knutson, far side. Knutson, can she get another? Rolls, drops, and Knutson's got it. Well, are we approaching that record, Bryce? You said it was 19, is that right?
19 for the made threes in a game, Nick, and the point total was 110.
Magi have 6 in the second half. They had 9 in the first half, so they've got 15 threes at this juncture in the ball game. 98-27, they've also got the lead. That record book's going to look different when this crew is all done at Minot High School, I'll tell you that much. It's been a special, special group to watch for Minot High. And they're young still. That's the kicker to this whole conversation. Selly at the stripe gets her first. 5'8" junior, shooting 46% from the line. Second one from Selly is in. Knudsen with the basketball. New players into the game from Minot High. Journey Larson into the contest. Seidner's in as well from Minot High. Knudsen on corks for three. Bingo.
No hesitation out of Knudsen. This was NBA Jam, Nick. She'd officially be on fire. That's 3 in a row she's made.
3 on the other side, just off the mark there for Prowse. Knudsen's got it again. Knudsen to Larson. Up top for Deshaw. They free the basketball now for Rosenkrantz. Rosenkrantz again, far side Larson. 7:15 ticks down here in regulation. Seidner had it stripped from her on the nice play here from Prowse. Make that Selly rather. She'll go down, puts it off the window. Lauren Selly has 8 in the ball game. 3 land on its way. Nothing but net from downtown for Seidner.
Seidner joins the party, Nick, right off the bench. She hits a 3.
17 3-pointers for Minot High in the ball game. They turn it over here. Barry's got it. On the drive, Stevenson. Turn around, jump shot, rolling in. Stevenson has 6.
Great step through by Stevens there. Great finish in the lane.
Knudsen wants another one. She's got another one. That's 18 3-pointers for Minot High. Knudsen's got 2, 4, 6 of them. Bennett's record may be in trouble here tonight. 9 3-pointers in the game is a record for Minot High. Presley Bennett's got that record. She did it against St. Mary's with 29 points and 9 3-pointers.
Tell you what, Nick, I think the record might be safe as Eve Knudsen's getting a much-deserved break over there on the bench.
You ever seen a team in girls basketball shoot this well?
I'm trying to recall. I really haven't.
I don't know that I have either. Tweet at us at Network PSP if we're missing one. There's Barry on the reverse. Nice effort, just didn't get it to fall. Credit Dickinson. Taking one on the chin here tonight without question, but boy, have they fought in this ball game.
Falls on number 10, Kamora Phillips. First personal, first team.
Kamora Phillips charged with her first. That sends Rosenkrantz to the line.
Brenna Seidner back in for the Jets.
Rosenkrantz got both from the line, by the way. 108-33, Minot High up big. Stick around for our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Dudke's got 4 now for the Midgets. We'll have our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. We'll also have our MVP brought to you by Sport Clips. Oh, hard collision there down to the baseline, Journey Larson. Will it be a jump basketball or will there be a foul on the play? It's a foul, rather.
Number 13, Jasmine Berry. First personal.
Berry's charged with number 1. Second team foul only here on the Midgets in the second half.
Looked like some pretty good help defense. Might have just caught her with the body there. It's close to a jump ball there, Nick.
Off the mark for Journey Larson.
Macy Moe in for Midgets.
Macy Moe checks in here for Dickinson. It's game 1 of 2 tonight. The Midget boys will take on the Magi boys coming up. Dickinson boys at 6-3. Minot High boys are at 9-0. Minot ranked number 1 in the state. Midgets are unranked, but a team inside the WDA that you're never going to have a walk through against. We expect a good ball game here this evening. Minot, of course, favored. But like Bryce mentioned in the pregame of this one, you're always going to get your opponent's best when you're ranked number 1.
I'll tell you what, Nick, back in our high school days, we saw Mr. Winchetsky on the other side of this this rivalry with Dickinson when he coached at Dickinson.
Journey Larson on the feed from Rosenkrantz, and Larson has 3 in the ball game. 111-35. What's with the record?
The record was 110, Nick. We just saw some history tonight on the broadcast here. They've established a new record for points in a game.
They get one more three-pointer, they'll tie the record for the most three-pointers in a single game. Ball comes back away now here for the Midgets and Larson. Journey Larson coast to coast with it. Worked around to Shaw up top. Ariana Rude on the dribble, off in the corner. Kicked out for 3, off the mark. Rebound comes to the Shaw. Back up top, now on the drive. Larson's going to be fouled on the play. Foul's going to be on number 12, Abby Dutke. It's number 2 on Dutke in the ball game if you're keeping track at home. Well, it's a Midget team that averaged 73 points per game, giving up 51 on average coming in to tonight's contest. And that number is going to rise drastically here as Minot High is up big, 111-35 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Great news. If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
UPS store on South Broadway in Minot bringing you tonight's contest, delivering this WDA action. UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs. Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, either virtual or in the office at Prestwich Orthodontics. Find out more at minotbraces.com. And a big thanks, as always, to Mason Kramer for Mason Kramer Photography for being a proud supporter of the PSP Network. Find him online, masonkramerphotography.com. 3:45 ticking down. Minot has broken the record for the most points ever in program history in a single game. It was at 110. They're at 111. Was that against West Fargo last year, if I'm not mistaken?
Double check the program here, Nick. You give me a second. I don't have an opponent for you, Nick. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you right now where it was. It was Watford City last year. They beat West Fargo 107-75. They beat Dickinson last year 103-47. Earlier I said they did it twice last year. Well, they did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times last year where they broke the 100 mark. They've got 111 tonight, and they've got themselves a 9-2 mark. There's number 19 on the night as Rude drains it from downtown.
I like this Rude kid. I think she's a big-time future contributor for the Midgets here. She plays so hard. She's unselfish. How about her being a little selfish here? Gets the 19-3, gets a good look from 3, knocks it down.
Inside, off the paint. On the glass, that's Stevenson. She adds 2 more. 8 for Stevenson in the ballgame. Off in the corner. Back up top. Travel the violation of Minot High. Well, sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. It's ticking down oh so slightly here, especially for the Midgets. Not a fun contest to be a part of. What do you take away from a game like this if you're Dickinson?
Just any sort of positivity. You know what obviously you knew the uphill battle that Minot, the Midgets are and stuff. Like you said, maybe just something, anything positive to close this out. You know, just maybe a set play, some baskets for maybe a few girls off the bench that have come into this ball game here towards the end.
Barch on the drive, step through, puts it up. Do they count it? Nope, travel the violation. It's hard to find those positives when it's this lopsided. But you can go back to some of those basics. Like I say, I'm not a big basketball mind by any means, but I don't feel like Dickinson has totally quit on this contest. That would be one of the big ones. Example A right there. Credit the bucket. Valencia's into the book, and Valencia scores.
Valencia showing off her strength there, just kind of took that ball away under the paint, goes back up, and is rewarded with an N1 for her first bucket of the evening.
Eight scorers in the books here for the Midgets. Off the mark just a bit. Dickinson averaging 51 points per game. They only were giving up 55 coming in. Minot's shooting percentage in this contest tonight, though, has been, we don't have that number with no digital stats that are available to us here, but my goodness, that number's got to be sky high tonight, doesn't it? That one was almost in, just missed there for Larson.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting number to see, especially from beyond the arc. They are shooting a high percentage from everywhere, though, Nick.
Final 90 seconds to play in regulation. Midgets have the basketball. Worked it up top. Off of the corner pocket now. It goes away from Hughes. Back upstairs here to Prowse. Prowse on corks downtown, front of the rim. 1:10 ticks away. We're on our way to the Planning Team Financial at Shots Crossroads postgame show. Rude throws it up and scores. 5 for Rude. Midgets are going to drop to a record on the season of 5-5. They'll drop inside the conference to 1-4. Minot will improve to 9-2 and 5-0 inside of the region. There's a foul inside. I mean, the one thing that you look at for the Midgets and trying to find those positives is still putting up 39 against the #1 team in the state. Better than 29, better than 19. At the charity stripe and off the mark on the first attempt.
Like you said, Nick, Coach Douglas, they played from the tip. They played hard, and like you said, it's just a matter of being overmatched.
Final 35 seconds to play in regulation. Barch has it here. Up top. Worked around, Rude's got it. Back to Barch. Steps over, can they get the record for threes? Yes, they can. 20 and three-pointer. That time it was Kinley Barch from downtown with the swish.
Some more history for the Midgets here in the last few seconds. A 20th made three of the game.
5 seconds to play. Ball's going to be tossed out of play with 0.2 seconds remaining. Well, we'll have our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show coming up in just a moment. We'll have our MVP and move of the game coming your way as well. Minot High, big time win, 119 points. It's a new school record. The Midgets get 40 tonight. Minot High gets the win.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Well, a record-setting night for the Midgets here tonight. They get the victory 119-40 over Dickinson. We'll bring in our player of the game right now, Presley Bennett, joining us. Big contributions from Three-Land here tonight, the WDA point leader from behind the arc. Add 4 more to that resume. What's it like when you're feeling it like that? That's got to be special, isn't it?
It is. I come into every game and I'm like, having that spot on the stats, I try not to look at it because, I don't want to get in my head, but it feels good when I have a hot night, so.
Not only you, but everybody else shot the lights out of the gym. But what does that feel like when you know that if you're not on, everybody else will be?
It's awesome knowing we have a team that can shoot, and trusting everybody on the court out there to make that shot and be able to trust them feels real good.
Did you know that the records were up for grabs tonight with the most points, the most three-pointers ever?
I knew the points one when we saw we were getting close to 100, but the three-point coach said, he's like, you guys were tied. Let's get some more threes up. And we were knocking them down, so it was really exciting out there.
You're one of the senior leaders on this basketball team. Right now for this program, what is the biggest Achilles heel that you have? Is there anything that Minot High lacks right now?
Honestly, I think that there's a lot of bits and pieces every day that we struggle with. But I think our biggest thing that we're really good at is playing as a team. We've been playing together forever. We're a young team, but like Coach says, all of our girls are veterans. We've been playing forever. And I think just going day by day and fixing our little things, that's all our struggles really are.
How pumped are you for Friday night against Century?
I'm excited. We have a big weekend. It's going to be fun.
Should be a lot of fun. Congratulations, job well done.
Thank you.
That's Presley Bennett, our MVP of the matchup here tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips. Excellent effort from her here tonight. She buried plenty of threes in this contest. My goodness, what a night for Minot High from behind the arc. They certainly got it done, didn't they? Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroad postgame show. Bryce, we got a lot to dissect here, including the numbers of this ball game. But first things first, what were you most impressed with tonight from Minot High School?
Just the offensive efficiency is what I'm going to say. Just transition buckets, and then you tack on 20 made threes in this contest. Contributions all over the place. I was looking over the stat sheet, and I tell you what, it was a hard pick for that MVP of the game there, Nick.
Well, there certainly could have been some other ladies that were included here tonight. Some that had a few more points than Bennett. Some that had a few more moves inside. But at the end of the day, when you get 11 total scorers in the books, how do you pick? Job well done to everybody, and she certainly was deserving here tonight. Eve Knudsen probably was the one that maybe was deserving as well. She had 22. Fricky had 24. How about the final numbers of this ball game? We can break them down from Bryce right now.
We'll start with the Midgets side here. 4 for Nelson, 4 for Dutke, 4 for Barry, 6 for Farnsworth. Selly was tied for the lead on her side with 8. She tied with Stevenson, who had 8. Valencia with 2. Halverson with 2. There was a number that came in and made a free throw. We apologize. I couldn't get a name. I tried to. That was number 11. We didn't have her on her sheet, so we do apologize for that. We'll go to the Midgets side. Fricky led all scorers. She had 24. Knutson added 23. 5 for Rude, 11 for Barch, 3 for Seidner, 8 for Aberle. Presley Bennett, our MVP, added 14. Rosenkrantz had a pair. Lamore, who also had a great game, played both ends. She had 12. Lily Bell finished with 16. How about the records tonight, Nick? Points in a game for the Midgets and made threes were both broken here tonight.
What a night it was. Time for our move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. You called this one out early in the contest here tonight, Bryce. And just a gritty defensive effort from Minot High on one end of the floor. It's going to be a missed shot coming here. Lely goes up after the rebound. Baseball pass coming here from Fricky. And this just really kind of sums up the entire night, doesn't it?
It really does. Kind of a one and done there for the Midgets. It was mostly that kind of game for them all night where not a lot of offensive rebounds on the board. Lely, quick outlet, little razzle dazzle, we'll call it, from Fricky, little fake and to the right and finishes. Great game by her. Great outlet pass by Bell.
Here's your move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Again, moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. We saw our MVP tonight, Presley Bennett. Brought to you by Sport Clips, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Well, we're just about set to put a cap on our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. And our good friends at Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99, where team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Record-setting night for the Midgets. They score 119 to take down Dickinson 119-40. The boys will rumble next. Let's reset the cockpit. Time for more WDA basketball here on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
When it comes to your car, you need someone you can trust. Someone who cares about your safety, your budget, and your peace of mind. At Trusted Tire and Auto, trust is more than just a word. It's at the heart of everything we do. We're a local business, owned and operated by people who live and work in this community. And we believe that by building relationships based on trust and care, we can make our community a better place to live and drive. Trusted Tire and Auto, where trust, care, and community meet on the road.
Well, we let off the first matchup here tonight with the conversation of the hunter and the hunted inside the WDA. Nothing changes in the boys' world. Minot High, the #1 ranked team in all the land, takes on the Dickinson Midgets tonight in a West Region showdown. And the Magi are certainly being hunted inside of conference play as we turn the calendar to 2024 and the road to the WDA tournament in a regular season title is officially upon us. Nick Holbert, Bryce Gutnick here for our pregame show, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change here tonight. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change at Valvoline. You can't beat it. It's quick, it's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Valvoline drive-through oil change. Once again, I'm Nick Holbert, joined tonight by Mr. Bryce Gutnick on the call. Bryce, we just saw history made at Minot High School for girls high school hoops. 119 points for the Midgets were put up and 23 pointers, both records. Do we expect more of the same in the boys matchup here tonight, or is this one going to be a little tighter than the last one that we just saw?
Yeah, you never know. Actually, sorry there, but never say never. You know, you see what the boys bring to the table here. You got to imagine we're probably in for a little bit closer of a contest here, Nick.
I would have to think that that is the case. Let's take a look at the poll inside of North Dakota. Ackerman Esfold brings you a look at the poll. In boys, Minot's #1, Century at #2, Fargo North at #3, Davies drops down to #4, Central remains at #5. I voted for Bismarck and Legacy. I think both those teams are legitimate inside the conference. Cheyenne receiving votes as well. Minot hops up from #3 to that #1 spot after their win over Fargo Davies just a couple weeks back. For the Magi with the #1 mark on their back, in your mind, is that rightfully so and deserving at this point in the season?
I tell you what, so much loaded talent in AA hoops here, and it's hard to argue with Minot up there. They've looked the part. The defensive effort really stands out to me each night. Coach Winchensky has these boys playing so well, continuing to get contributions from that bench, making them even more deadly, Nick.
Minot High currently #1 in the state of North Dakota. Where do they stand inside the WDA? Well, let's take a look at that. We're at the top of the list there as well. 4-0 for Minot High and Century. Two teams at the top of the ladder. Century's at Mandan tonight. That game's on the PSP network as well. Todd Dombrey's, Chuck Claremont have the call of that one. Bismarck's at 3. Legacy's at 4. Dickinson #5. Mandan at 6. St. Mary's at 7. 8 for Jamestown. And Williston's at #9. Other games tonight, again, Legacy at Jamestown, Williston at Bismarck, Shiloh at St. Mary's, Century at Mandan, and Dickinson here in Minot. Even though it's 1-5 in the WDA, I said it before, and I kind of ate some words in the girls' game here tonight, but these are never going to be walkthrough games, it doesn't seem, in WDA boys high school basketball.
Like you said, kind of the same scenario, Nick. We got #1 on the boys' side. You're the hunted. Dickinson wants nothing more than to walk in here, quiet this crowd, kick-start this second half of their season with a big region W.
Taking a look at some of the players inside the West region that are leading the charge right now. Parker Falcon from Legacy, the top point getter inside the WDA. Dalton Lamp from Jamestown climbs up to the #2 spot. Christian Benning, the 5'10 sophomore from St. Mary's at #3. Isaiah Schaefer from Century at #4. Then Hudson Sheldon dropped from #1 down to #5. Some premier talent here. Logan Conklin from Minot High, #7 inside of the WDA in scoring. We're going to see a young man by the last name of Cranston here tonight that averages 18. He's inside the top 10 in scoring. Those are your leaders in the WDA, presented by the Hoopster here this evening. Well, we've seen the standings. We've seen the poll. When we come back, we'll take a look at our keys to the game and our starting lineups. We'll have it for you on the flip side of this break as Minot High School, the #1 ranked team in North Dakota, at 9-0 takes on 6-3 Dickinson in a WDA affair here tonight on the PSP network.
This presentation on the PSP network is
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Dan Glasser in year #9 against Dean Winchesky in year #16 at Minot High School. The Midgets against the Magi. It's our pregame show brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call tonight from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium here in Minot, North Dakota. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. 15 minutes or less. You're in, you're out. It's convenient. 5 locations between Minot and Bismarck. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Bryce, time for our keys to the game here tonight. And these keys to the game, well, if anyone had the magic potion and magic ball on what those would be, a lot of people would be asking for them inside the West region because Minot High's been tough to contend with. Lots of threes was your key tonight for the Midgets. My key for the Magi tonight was finish in traffic. Your thoughts on the lots of threes? That's the only way you're going to beat a team that's ranked #1, it seems.
When they start writing a recipe, Nick, on how to upset #1 teams on the road, it begins with the ultimate game changer, the three-point shot. Got to get those in double digits. For Minot, they love to pound the ball to Conklin early, get him involved early. I don't expect anything different tonight, Nick.
There's your keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Let's go down to Eric Schaefer, the voice of the Magi, for tonight's opening ceremonies.
circle as Coach Dean Winchesky is joined by his Minot Magician coaching staff. Coach Winchesky reached a standard rarely seen in the history of North Dakota basketball as he guided the Magicians to a victory over the Jamestown Blue Jays on December 22nd, 2023. This was Coach Winchesky's 291st win as the Minot High boys head coach. That, along with his 109 victories as the mentor for the Dickinson High Midgets, adds up to 400 Class A boys coaching victories. Coach Winchesky led the Midgets to Class A titles in 2003 and in 2007, and guided the Magicians to 4 titles in 2015, 16, 17, and 2022. That puts Coach Winchesky in very select company in the state of North Dakota coaching. Coach Winchesky, please accept these gifts from Coach Horniger and the rest of your staff and the team for reaching the 400 victories achievement. Congratulations, Coach Winchesky. Please remain standing and at attention as the nation's colors will be presented by the Minot High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard Detail. The Color Guard Detail is commanded by Cadet Master Sergeant Lily Swain. Tonight's anthem will be performed by the Minot High School Pep Band under the direction of Drum Major Jack Austin. As always, please remain at attention until the colors have been retired and hold your applause.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Under the direction of Evan Myers, that was the Minot High Band and the Junior ROTC here at Minot High School. Gotta love that, don't you? You certainly do. God bless America. Thank you to all the veterans, the military men and women out there watching this ball game this evening. Let's go back down to Eric Schaefer for tonight's official starting lineups presented by the UPS Store.
Dickinson Midgets. Starting at guard, 2, Dylan Clauser. At guard, number 3, Austin Cranston. At guard, number 5, Dante Olubi. At guard, number 10, Damon Glosser. And at forward, number 21, Isaac Schulte. The Midgets are coached by Matt Glosser, assisted by Brett Wolf, Mike Williams, and Brendan Ware. And now, let's say hi to the manager. Starting at guard, the 6'3" junior, he wears number 1. It's Nathan Shell. Also at the guard, the 5'11" junior, number 4, Bishop Johnson. At guard, the 6'2" junior, number 20.
Well, thank you, Mr. Eric Schaefer. That doesn't fire you up, Bryce. I don't know what will. Modern High Band under the direction of Evan Myers with a rendition of Korn. Eric Schaefer on the mic, nothing like it inside the Magic City tonight, I'll guarantee you that. It's showtime inside the WDA. The Magi coming in at 9-0. They're ranked number 1 in the state. They take on the Midgets at 6-3. They're number 5 inside of the WDA. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call tonight. Minot's in white. The Midgets are in black. My friend, my partner, you ready for this showtime?
I'm ready for some more basketball action. It looks like another different starting lineup for the Magicians here. Interesting. Going with Fisher Johnson tonight.
Andrew Goodmanson brings you the opening tip here tonight. And the Magi control off the opening tip. We are officially underway. Basketball handled by Shell. Inside, Conklin's got it. Conklin drives, left hand, puts it off the window. No rebound, smashed away. And it will be Dickinson basketball. Great presentation tonight. An award plaque for Dean Winchesky, reaching 400 career wins between his time at Dickinson and Minot High School. Couldn't have picked a better night to have that presentation here. He meant a lot to that Dickinson program, winning 2 state titles for the Dickinson Midgets, coming back in 03 and 07. It's 1-6 total, 4 have been with the Magi. That pass was intended for Conklin. Nice defensive effort there. Getting the hand in the way of that one was Glasser. Glasser's got it here. He cuts to his right into the paint, guarded by Conklin. Puts it off the window, too strong. Rebound pushed out of bounds here by the Dickinson Midgets, and it will be Magi basketball. Tonight's game brought to you by MSU, Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State brings you tonight's contest on the PSP Network. Up top for Winchesky, the all-region player, to Fisher Johnson. Inside, Conklin battles, puts it up and scores. Logan Conklin's got his first 2, averaging 19.8 per ball game. And Conklin showing why he's one of the tops inside of the WDA early on in this one.
Kind of seems that, like I said in the pregame, they love to go to Conklin early. Right on the block, he's had the first couple looks. Knocks that one down for the early lead for the Magicians.
Off the mark there from Damon Glasser. Minot's got it. Conklin underneath. Waits, stops, pops, puts it in and scores. And Logan Conklin has the first 4 points of tonight's contest here on the PSP Network. Apologize about that starting lineup graphic. We had it corrected, and then I pulled up the wrong one from last week. Basketball with some time in the paint. Turnaround jump shot was no good. Now it's going to be tossed away here to Winchesky on the near side. Ball goes out of play. Jason West and Jason Sharpie, 2 of the officials here tonight. We're in good hands at Minot Magic City Campus Gymnasium with the officiating crew here this evening. Fisher Johnson's got it up top. Yeah, you talk about that Minot High starting lineup. Some of the fastballs that Minot is able to pull because they can bring guys in off the bench. There isn't just 5 of them that are guaranteed. Here's Johnson underneath. Puts it up and in. Fisher Johnson has his first 2 points of the ball game.
I like that move from Winchesky. Kind of giving different guys a chance, seeing if you can find any sort of contribution from these guys. Fisher Johnson probably doing some really good work in practice, rewarded with a start tonight, gets a bucket, and the Magicians off to a hot 6-0 start here, Nick.
Ryan Family Dealerships replay showing you 2 of those 6 for the Magi here tonight. It was Conklin's second field goal of the ball game that we just saw. Here's Winchesky on the near side, dribbling in. Winchesky went to lay it up. Ball's going to be taken by the Midgets on the miss. Ball's fired ahead. OUG is the player to watch, and one of them is Dante OUG, the 6-foot-tall senior, averages 12 per night for the Midgets. He wears number 5. Here's Shell inside. He's fouled on the play, and Peyton Shell is going to go to the Serve Pro free throw line. Peyton Shell, the best free throw shooter that the Magi have, currently shooting 84%. That's good enough for the number 2 spot of the entire WDA. Shell at the stripe, puts it up and in, and Peyton Shell gets his first bucket from the Serve Pro free throw line tonight. 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. It's Serve Pro. Can't get the second one to fall. Midgets pull down the rebound. David Glasser is going to be all over the map tonight. He's got 12 on average as well here for the Midgets. One of the players to watch for. Of course, last year and the years prior, they had Alex Dvorak, who is a sensational player. OUG off the mark. Dvorak playing at the University of Mary now for the Marauders. He had 68 three-pointers last year. Inside, went off of Johnson's hands, and it's taken by the Midgets. They bring it back across.
Great defense early by the Magicians. Some tough looks for Dickinson, just not falling early.
Schaefer, one of the top rebounders in the West region, towers up after it and pulls it in. Schaefer pulls up for 3. That one off the mark. Conklin picks it up, puts it off the glass, and cleans it up. And Logan Conklin starting off hot tonight for the Magi. They've got themselves a 9-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Bank can be transformative for your small business. The best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today.
Well, the Minot High cheerleaders doing their part, helping Minot High off to an early 9-0 lead. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call. Bryce, early start for the Magi. It was a early start to never letting off the gas pedal for the Magents earlier. If you're just joining us, Minot High girls set an all-time school record at Minot High for the most points in a game. 119 they scored. They also set a record for the most three-pointers. They scored 23 pointers in tonight's girls matchup where they won 119-40. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, I didn't. Like I said when I was kind of doing the research, I knew it was a possibility, but it's one of those things until it happens. Like you said, like just witnessing some history. Pretty cool.
Yugi at the line, shooting 76% of the season. He's got the first from the Serve Pro strike. Foul was charged on Fisher Johnson for Minot High, by the way. Johnson's first team foul. You know, Yugi's going to fire again here from the Serve Pro charity stripe. Pure as gold from Yugi. 6-foot-tall senior guard. Has 2 with the first 2 of the night for the Midgets. Winchesky off to Schaefer. Dribbling down to the corner where he finds Conklin underneath. Went to Helm, went through his hands. Ball comes back away for the Midgets. Lead pass was there for Boston Cranston off the mark. Taken back now by the Magi. Here comes Winchesky. Fires it out to Shell downtown. Shell off the mark. Conklin underneath. Yugi's got it here. They run the floor with it. Underneath the rack, ball's going to bounce around, comes away now to the Magi, and Wincheski will slow it down just a bit here for the #1 ranked team in the state. Waits, stops, pops, no good. Rebound, crashing and battling underneath the board. And Wincheski's going to be fouled on the play. Foul's charged on Owen Bittner. That's his first. Second team foul sends Wincheski to the charity stripe.
Early frantic pace of this game, Nick. See Dickinson's game plan off the miss. They're really pressing it.
Wincheski from the stripe, shooting 55%. Bryce is good on the first. And Minot leads 10-2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 4 minutes into the opening half here tonight. You see good look at Eric Wincheski. That's both of them. 55% for the all-WDA player.
Probably a number, if you asked him, he'd really like to improve on here as we dive deep into region play here, Nick.
It's a gauntlet. We opened up tonight's broadcast and first half of this doubleheader with talking about how it's a absolute war to get to that WDA tournament, to be inside the top 4 inside the West region, let alone to win the WDA, is something special. Only one team gets to do that, obviously. And it's not easy, especially when there's rivalry games and so much to it. High school basketball in North Dakota, absolutely huge. And it's fair to say that the Magic City is a basketball town. This is a three-pointer on its way. Count it for Cranston. He buries from downtown. That's his 28th three of the year, leading the Midgets in the three-point category. And Cranston pulls the Midgets within 6.
Great start there for Cranston. Gotta like that if you're Dickinson, your best scorer. Knock down 3 early.
Glasser inside, step back. There's going to be a foul on the play, and offensive is the charge. Dan Glasser, the head coach, doesn't like that call very much. Going back to that statement about Minot being a basketball town, I don't think Minot's liked by many places inside the West region when it comes to high school sports. And I think it's fair to say that Bismarck's a basketball town. Guess what? They've got Legacy, St. Mary's, Bismarck High, and oh, by the way, #2 Century. Mandan right across the river. Dickinson, Jamestown. I mean, when you've got the target on your back, it's a gauntlet. Gauntlet for all the teams.
Spent some time in Mandan on Friday, Nick, and they said, welcome to the good side of the river.
But the capital city folks like that quite a bit. Passed inside to Bedell. That one went off his hands. Now it will be Minot High basketball, they're going to say. Yes, it will be, actually. Dan Glasser on the near sideline. The Midget head coach having a conversation here with the official. Nelson into the ball game. Worked inside. Here's Conklin in the paint. Oh, big stuff inside. Damon Glasser came up and shut the door.
Great help side defense.
Finished by Cranston, and Cranston goes up and scores. And the Midgets come firing back. Big stuff on one end. Cranston with his 5th on the other. And it's an 11-7 ball game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Not a bad crowd on hand tonight at the Magic City Campus Gymnasium for high school hoops. You see Dean Wincheski. 400 wins in his high school career. Not easy to come by. A lot of people around the state would put him on the Mount Rushmore of coaches. Worked inside. Basketball's on the ground for Widener. Ball's touched and tipped. Schaefer knocked it out of play. Nice conversation with Dean Wincheski before the ball game here tonight. Always fun to have those conversations with the coaches before the matchups.
Probably brought some great memories back from his time in Dickinson, playing Dickinson tonight, receiving that award. Guy's done a fantastic job in both places, Nick.
Worked inside, shot was off the mark. Minot's got it here with Conklin, and Conklin brings it up to half court. Now Conklin surveys to Winchesky, gets it off to Schaefer. Nelson to the corner, back up now to Conklin. Into the paint, triple team. Outside, Johnson. Worked over Schaefer. Schaefer went off in the last matchup against Davies from Three-Land. Here at home, this is Nelson downtown, swoosh!
Oh, Braden Nelson off the bench, not shy at all from the corner. Knocked down 3, the first for the Magicians.
Inside, Cranston having himself a ball game as Boston Cranston leads the way for the Midgets. He's got 7 of the 9 on the board. Then it's a 14-9 contest on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Cranston, constant movement. You can tell the guy, he's a scorer, just the movement around without the basketball getting open. Super impressive early, Nick.
Fisher Johnson has it up top, kicks it off now to Winchesky. Winchesky on the drive. Turnaround, jump shot, towers up. Winchesky's got 2 more, and Eric Winchesky is into the book. It's a doubleheader tonight on the PSP Network, by the way. You've got Century and Mandan duking it out. Todd Dobry's on the call tonight with Chuck Claremont. Talk about a rivalry matchup. That's a big one down in Bismarck. They're still in their pregame. 8-0 Century Patriots, 4-5 Mandan Braves. TD and Chuck Claremont, I tell you what, those guys do a fantastic job on the call. Scott Woodmansey included in that conversation as well. Fantastic work from our brothers in Bismarck on the PSP Network. Here's Bedell up top, trying to go inside to Schaefer. Shell gets it. Nelson's open, uncontested 3. He's got another one from downtown.
How about the big fella, Nick? Second 3 of the game, 6 points off the bench to start this one.
Short on the shot. Oyugi battled for it. We're going to say he touched it last. Let's take another look at the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Fakes it, fires, and scores.
Nelson saying, you're going to have to come out and guard me here.
Minot High with possession. Halfway through our first half, Magi by 10, 19-9 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Schaefer's got it. Schaefer looking off to Winchesky. Shot clock's down to 10. Minot's going to have to hurry here. Pressure is on all. Winchesky went down awkwardly, and another foul is going to be called here.
I'll tell you what, Nick, early moments of it, well, we're halfway through the first half here, but Coach Glasser is pretty animated on the sideline here.
Schaefer's got possession with it. Inside Bedell. Up off the window, and Landon Bedell puts in his first 2 points of tonight's affair.
How about the bench contribution here early for the Magicians? Huge contributions from Nelson, and then Bedell gets into the book there.
Midgets with possession. Over in the corner, Three-Land, big block there. Winchesky got the arm up in the way, and Winchesky shut the door on that attempt. Winchesky, one of the top blockers of all things inside of the WDA. Coming into the showdown here tonight, Winchesky had 11 blocks coming in. He's got another one. Now he's got it on the fast break. Winchesky off the window, hard to the ground. Winchesky's fouled on the play. Minot's up 21-9 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Early out of the Magicians, you see on the defensive end, everything has been contested at the rim, outside. You see Winchesky with that block out here, then he's on the run out here, back to the free throw line.
It's now 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. I'm sorry, he's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe, not to discredit the young man. Foul was charged on number 25, Owen Bittner, if you're following along at home. That's his second. Conklin checks back into the ball game for the Magi as Wincheski's at the ServPro free throw line. ServPro 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. Wincheski off the mark on his 4th attempt. Oyugi with the basketball. Damon Glasser kicked off to the corner, comes away now to Owen Bittner on the drive into the paint. Bittner spin move. Oh, Grayson Schaefer blocked him. Bittner gets it back, throws it into the middle. Crashing is Schultz. Offensive will be the charge on the Midgets. Schulte, his second personal.
Kind of an easy call for the officials there. Schulte creating that separation, lowering that shoulder right into Wincheski. Second charge drawn by the Magicians here in the first half.
Conklin, far corner, thought about it. Doesn't pull up for 3 very often. Little jump shot, 12 feet away off the mark. Here come the Midgets with possession now, worked up top, down into the corner. This is Glasser from 3 land, no good. Damon just missed. Conklin off to Schaefer. Schaefer crashing in, trying to lay it up, hit the bottom of the backboard. Physical contest early on here tonight. Is that kind of what you expected in Dickinson Minot's matchup?
Yeah, they're really getting after it. Like I said, everything has been contested on both ends here in this contest, Nick.
Deep 3 from Oyugi off the mark. Magi have possession. Into the paint. Wincheski off the mark. He goes over the back, and the foul is charged. Eric Wincheski is going to pick up number 1.
Kind of a frustration foul there out of Wincheski. A nice little move in it, getting deep in the lane there. You ask him, that's a bucket he finishes probably 9 out of 10 times, but picks up the foul out there. He's going to get a quick breather.
Into the ball game for the Magi is Karsten Sessing, a 5'11 junior. Boston Cranston carrying the basketball here for the Midgets. Boston having quite a year. The 6-foot-tall sophomore, he's been in and out of that top 5 of the WDA in the scoring chase. Young man's got quite a future in front of him. Currently number 10 inside the West region for all scorers. Paul Bellum, the other official tonight, with Jason West, who's the lead man. West will be in charge here. Jason Sharpie, the 3rd member of the officiating team. Big thanks to those guys for doing what they do. Not easy to get inside that striped sweater on any given night to just get hounded from all angles, it seems.
It's one of those thankless jobs, Nick. They do a really good job night in, night out.
Oyugi with a highlight reel play. Talk about some razzle-dazzle for him. And Oyugi's first field goal gives him 4 in the ball game, and the lead's cut in half. It's 22-11. Minot High on top of Dickinson on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Conklin to Fisher Johnson. Down to the baseline. Back to Conklin. Waits, puts it high up off the glass and scores.
Great look by Fisher Johnson there. Nice little bounce pass. Conklin in the lane. Been super active early here with 8.
Midgets have possession. They send it underneath to Damon Glasser. Look out, Logan Conklin's got a clear look at it. Conklin up with it. Slam time, Logan Conklin.
Not the first time I've heard you say that, Nick.
Wow. 10 for Conklin. Cranston goes up and scores. Conklin's got 10. The last one was a big highlight reel play on the slamma-jamma. Up top for the Magi, this is Schaefer. Kicked outside, Johnson for 3. Johnson off the back of the rim. Towered up, David Glasser pulled it in. Oyugi's got it here. Is it just me, or is the atmosphere just not at a heightened sense here tonight?
Yeah, I tell you what, the band had this place rocking. Student section's picking it up over there, Nick. They're all grayed out over there tonight and supporting their classmates and stuff.
OUG on the reverse, puts it up off the window and in. Timeout for the Magi. Hans and Franz, student section here to pump you up tonight. Certainly pumped up after this Logan Conklin slam time. And take off from about here, whammy.
Facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
What is that, Bryce? Hans and Franz? Remember that great Saturday Night Live skit, Hans and Franz? We're here to pump you up.
Tell you what, when we were kind of in that high school age, that Saturday Night Live was can't miss TV.
We didn't miss that.
10:30 p.m. Saturday night.
The good stuff back in the day. Just think about that star-studded cast. Mike Myers, Chris Rock, Farley, David Spade. Nothing funny about this one here tonight, however. It's Magi and Midgets in a grudge match, 26-15. Minot High's on top on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your thoughts early on of this contest?
I'm super impressed with Cranston's activity. You tell he's got that scorer's mentality, moves around constantly.
Cranston, one of those players to keep your eye on, only a sophomore. Dylan Glasser with it up top for three. This is Widener. Nailed it. Dickinson not going away by any means. 28-18 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Conklin's got it on up top. Worked it back to Helm. Inside, Conklin battling, puts it up, too much on it. He was guarded heavily there. Nice play from Schulte, and Schulte was on top of him, forcing Conklin on the miss. Minot High hockey tonight, by the way. At Williston, here comes Conklin. There's going to be a foul on the play. Conklin looks like a giant on your screen. That's because he is.
Foul on number 10, Dylan Glasser.
Dean Winchesky having a conversation here. I'm not sure with who. Is that with Glasser?
I'm not really sure the rule in high school sports. He's arguing that it's a clear path. I know it at the upper level. The clear path foul is 2 shots in the ball. I think that's what he's kind of arguing there, but nonetheless, they are in the bonus, so he will be shooting a 1-and-1.
Conklin from the stripe gets it. Well, yeah, the way that Logan Conklin slam dunks the basketball, it's almost a guaranteed 2 points. The foul was charged on Damon Glasser. His seventh team foul on the Midgets. Conklin at the ServPro stripe. Didn't matter anyway for Logan Conklin. He got both of them. Back to that Williston Minot High hockey matchup here tonight. Minot up early, 1 minute in. Shots are 15-0. Minot High 13 minutes in, peppering the Williston Coyotes here tonight. They scored a minute in, and they haven't taken the foot off the gas. We'll see if we can keep you updated from Williston here tonight with Minot High Magicians hockey.
I'll try and get us an update, Nick. We have a huge game out east. Davies and Fargo North. Heard some rumors. I don't know if it's true, but I believe Jeremiah Sim might be back tonight. And I'm not sure about Mason Claybo if he is still out for the Davies.
I was just going to ask if there was any word on one of the state's top producers, the phenom Mason Claybo. He was in Minot over the holiday break, and unfortunately we didn't get a chance to see him play. He was out of that Davies lineup when Bart Manson brought his Davies Eagles to town. Hopefully that young man is healed up and back in action soon if he's not here tonight. Nice to hear that Jeremiah Sem, one of the top players as well in the state from Fargo North, back in the lineup. Grayson Schaefer goes off the glass, scores his first 2.
Great move by Schaefer. The step through the left hand, the finish. See if maybe that gets him going, his first 2 of the night.
OUG up top to Widener. Back underneath now, double teamed. Travels the violation.
Checking in for the Midgets, number 25, Owen Bittner.
Bittner checks back in here for the Midgets.
I see OUG, he's hobbling, he's off to the bench. Let's hope he's okay, Nick.
In for the Midgets, number 3.
Midgets can't afford to lose him by any means. Minot High is up 32-18 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard as Winchesky brings it across the timeline. Screen was set, Winchesky goes down. Travel on Eric Winchesky. Back and forth contest. Kind of a weird vibe to me, it feels like here.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird, weird's a good word, Nick. I do kind of agree with you.
Maybe it was just the band under the direction of Evan Myers had us so elevated before the game here tonight. Deep 3, Widener nailed it. Second 3-pointer and back-to-back buckets for him as the lead cut back down to 11. 32-21, Minot High on top. Nelson with it here to Fisher Johnson. Johnson up top, there's going to be a foul on the play. Tonight's ball game brought to you by our friend Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Game action shots and senior portraits, find him online, MasonKramerPhotography.com. One of the best in the business. Anywhere you look on social media, you can find him. All social media platforms. Fisher Johnson at the charity stripe. And Fisher Johnson makes the first. Minot High shooting well from the free throw line in this ball game, coming in collectively. Minot High's at 57% on the season. Second one for Johnson. Nets it. Under 90 seconds to play in the first half. Minot's up 34-21 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Midgets with possession here up at the top of the key. Freer kicked it off. Widener, heat check, no good. Rebound pulled back away by the Midgets, and Freer sets the offense from up top with a fresh shot clock. Down to 1:05 to play, first half. Midgets trail by 13. Inside, one-hander. Oh, that one falls in for Thomas Freer. He's got his first points of the ball game. Is that Freer or Bittner? Excuse me.
I thought it was Freer. Oh, it was Bittner. I'm sorry. Bittner.
Thank you. Turn around. Schaefer's inside, and Schaefer on the inside game tonight has been good. That's 4 for him. Jump shots off the mark. Winchesky's got it. Magi run the floor. Fisher Johnson. Look up. He's fouled on the play.
Checking in for the Midgets, number 2.
Or they're going to say that's a clean block. It's a clean block, Bryce. Excuse me.
Yep, Mr. West got a clean block. So the Magicians will have it underneath the basket here. 29.5 in the first half.
Johnson inbounds. Up to Winchesky up top. Minot High has only made 2 3-pointers in the contest. Both come from Braden Nelson. Oh, scary play underneath the rack. Over the top for Minot High with Carson Sessing. He's going to be charged with the foul. Dean Winchesky having the conversation. I thought he was going to talk to Jason West. Winchesky agreed with the call, so Dean was just having the conversation with his players.
Be a key 20 seconds here. See if you can get something, maybe good look at 3, get it down to 10 before the half. You got to be feeling good about that if you're Coach Glasser.
Here's a young man to do it. Cranston's got it. Skip pass inside. Over to the far corner. Up top now, this is Dylan Glasser with it. Game clock down to 1 at the horn. Here it comes off the mark. Just missed there. The attempt for Thomas Freer just missed. We've got ourselves a ball game that sits 36-23, Minot High at halftime.
Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
There is no place like the country club. 18 holes of immaculate golf, along with golf simulator, PGA staff, club fitting and lesson, driving range and practice green, pro shop, delicious food, endless fun in the pool, and activities for the whole family. Learn more and become a member today.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow it. Magic Towing brings you our halftime report here tonight. Minot High up 36-23 over the Midgets from Dickinson. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call here tonight. Bryce, your thoughts on that first half of basketball? Good back and forth match here tonight, and certainly the Midgets putting up a pretty good fight against the number one team in the state of North Dakota.
They really have. I'm super impressed with the Cranston kid. Like I said, he has that scorer's mentality. He's not lazy. He's constantly moving. he was awarded with that effort, with a couple backdoor cuts, some buckets. Interesting to see his involvement, get him the basketball more the second half. The Minot side, it's been a lot of Conklin. Like I said, they really make it a point to get him involved early. And I tell you what, a huge first half for him, as I'll let you know once we get to the numbers here.
Time for those numbers presented by our friends at Ryan Family Dealerships. They also bring you a look at the game rewind. Ryan Family Dealerships locations in Minot and Williston. 5 locations to be exact. Browse their massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com with the first half stats. Here's Bryce Skutnik.
We'll start with the Midgets side here. Cranston led all scorers for them with 9. Widener, a couple big threes for them. He had 6. Oyuji added 6 as well. And Bittner had 2 for a total of 23 for the Midgets in the first half. On the Magician side, Mr. Conklin led all scorers. 14 in the first half. Peyton Shell with a single point. Fisher Johnson, who started this game tonight, added 4. Winchensky with 5. Was able to get to the free throw line a lot there in the first half. 2 points for Landon Bedell. 6 points, 2 huge threes by Braden Nelson. Grayson Schaefer added 4 for a total of 36 for the Magi.
Thank you, Bryce. Those are your numbers presented by Ryan Family Dealerships. One more good highlight to show you, and it's a slamma jamma from the big man, Logan Conklin. See that coming up right about now as Conklin goes up. Wow. Throws it down with authority when he does it, doesn't he? Fun player to watch. On his way to North Dakota State to play Bison football. First half stats. Collectively as a group. 36 for Minot, 23 for Dickinson on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Magi had 7 scores in the books, as you mentioned, Bryce. 4 for the Midgets. Big number for me is the Serve Pro free throw line. 8 for 10 for the Magi. Getting there, obviously battling their way in the paint to that first half.
Tell you what, something I expect Coach Glasser to maybe make a few comments to the officials about the disparity there at the free throw line. He was kind of a little animated in the first half, wanted a few calls that just didn't go his way, but the Magi have been aggressive and have been rewarded at the free throw line.
This numbers brought to you by our friends at Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory now at Ryan Family Dealerships. Well, it's a busy week on the PSP Network after tonight. Take tomorrow off and then get ready for a few more this week. Girls and boys wrestling at Minot High School on Thursday night at 6 and 7 o'clock. Bismarck's in town. Girls hockey matchup, Williston at Minot at 7 p.m. at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. Friday night, mark your calendar now, Minot High at Century for boys and girls hoops. That's a matchup with a couple teams in the West region that are receiving votes and are at the top of the list inside of the WDA and inside of the state. The Magi and Patriots at 6 and 7:45. I'll be on the call for that one. Scott Woodmansey, Chuck Claremont will have Mandan at Legacy, 6 and 7:45. Saturday, we have off on Saturday. Looking forward to that. Should be a nice day on Saturday to rewind a little bit after a 12-game week here on the PSP Network. Taking a look at that media poll, Minot, Century, and boys and girls. This was the last media poll. The new one will be released tomorrow when State's media votes on that. I don't see Minot High moving from the girls' side after they just put up a record amount of points in their program history with 119 over Dickinson tonight. Minot High, if they can hang on here, certainly wouldn't give anybody any reason to not have them at the #1 spot inside of the states. Magic Towing halftime report coming to a close. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Magic Towing brings you the halftime report here tonight. Minot High leads by 13 at the break. Half number 2 is next.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about Magic Towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Time for our second half of Hoops here on the PSP Network. Nick Colbert, Bryce Gutnick on the call. Live from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Bryce, if you're Dan Glasser right now at the locker room break, trailing by 13 to the #1 team in the state, what do you think the message was, and what do they have to do in the second half?
I tell you what, I was going to tell you to get some more dribble drive action with OUG, but I don't see him out on the court. Like I said, he had been hobbling there a little bit, so it's interesting to see if he will come back into this game at all, Nick.
David Glasser nails one from downtown, and the Midgets are within 10 to start our second half. Wincheski up top, Fisher Johnson, can he answer? He can downtown for Fisher Johnson. Big response for the Magi. One possession each and a bucket for each. Worked over to the far side, dribbling in. Up top, Cranston scrubbing for the basketball. Now David Glasser has it. NBA three way downtown off the mark. Cranston down with the rebound. Spin move to his left side off the mark. Cranston is rebound, puts it up, he scores, and Cranston's fouled on the play, and and one coming here for Cranston.
Great start for Dickinson. That open three by Glasser to start, and now Cranston continuing to be super active, gets the N1 opportunity. I do see OUG over on the sideline here, kind of running around trying to test out that. It appears to be an ankle, Nick.
Well, Trinity Sports Medicine on hand here tonight. We thank them for what they do for these student athletes, without question. Big thank you to those trainers that are here each and every time that high school sports take place. Cranston from the line was good, shooting 66%. Conklin inside, missed the second one. Schaefer towered way up after the basketball. Now Wincheski downtown. You betcha. Eric Wincheski for three.
Wincheski for three.
Three balls are falling early here for the second half. Fisher Johnson, and now Wincheski gets in on the party.
David Glasser has it up top. Widener into the paint from the elbow up top. Dylan Glasser, three-pointer for Dylan Glasser. His first points of the ball game are from three land.
Dickinson with an answer. Dylan Glasser this time.
Full court press is on here for the Midgets. Minot having some trouble trying to inbound the basketball in the last play. They get it in now, and it's Shell that's got it. Off to Johnson. Now the Magi with Schaefer. Worked up top. Wincheski, can he get another? Miss. Johnson tried to save it. Out of play it goes.
I tell you what, Nick, Dickinson's really showed this 1-2-2 a lot. Minot's handled it pretty well, I'd say, for a good majority of this game, and has really been able to break it.
Widener up top with the basketball. Dylan Glasser's got it here. Sent off. Schulte, top of the key, back to Widener. Widener sends it over to the far side. Glasser step back three on its way, no good. Conklin towered up, got the rebound. Conklin got it to Wincheski. Run and gun for the Magi. This is Shell inside. Shell put it up. The defense was there from Glasser. On a play, it went on the Magi.
Great job by Glasser under there. Some defense down in the paint, jumping straight up, avoiding that foul charge, making it tough for Shell.
Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience as your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Foul on the play. Wincheski was hit on the play by Dylan Glasser. According to my count, that's number 1 on him. Boy, am I way off. That's number 3 on him. Where was I at the first half?
Well, we do have a couple Glassers here, Nick, so we'll cut you some slack here tonight.
I appreciate you, my friend. At least we're not taking tally marks on the mistakes as tattoos on my arms, man. I don't know what would happen. Conklin inside. Oh, hard collision underneath. 4 players on the ground. Back away with the basketball are the Midgets. They've got it here on the far wing now, here with Bittner. Glasser works inside against Conklin. Up top for Widener. Widener's hurt. He's going to need to come off here. There's going to be an official time as Jason West blows the whistle. Widener's in all sorts of pain here on the near sideline, Bryce.
I'll tell you what, that was a nasty collision. It was a little WWE action there, Nick, and that's usually saved for Monday Night Raw. And here it is Tuesday, but we got to witness a little bit of that here.
Widener's going right to the Trinity Sports Medicine table. It was physical in the first half. It's certainly been physical here in the second half. 14-18 ticks down. Minot leading 42-32. Shell inside. Gets his own rebound, but he's going to be chopped on the play. Tonight's ball game brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it, Bryce, at Planet Pizza. Stop in to Planet Pizza for the lunch buffet. Monday through Friday at Planet Pizza. Live look-in from Century and Mandan here tonight. I don't believe that is up to date. It's not. They're at halftime right now. 37-22, the Pats make it 42-22. The Pats are on top of Mandan in big time. Second one from the line, no good for Shell. Shell 1 for 2 from the free throw line in the second half. Midgets with possession here. They've got it up top with David Glasser, deep 3 off the mark. Wincheski flying in on the rebound, and there's going to be a foul charged on Eric Wincheski. Collisions all over the place.
We got bodies on the floor, bodies flying around. Two teams just playing hard, you know, like you said, kind of a rivalry, getting after each other.
Might have had something to do with the Minot High Band playing Korn as the intro music tonight, possibly.
That had me really amped up tonight, Nick.
Wasn't that awesome? Job well done. And the message to the Minot High Band, I don't know what the logistics are of that, but Evan Myers and your group, if we could see him more, we would absolutely love it. Job well done tonight to the Minot High Band here for both games, the boys and the girls. If you're just joining us tonight, Minot High girls put a beat down on Dickinson earlier on this evening, 119-40. Conklin downtown, swoosh.
Something they gave Conklin that shot in the first half. They were really laying off him. This second half, gets it, fires it right away, knockdown 3.
Oyuji back in the ball game, sent it up top, he missed. Schaefer other end of the floor, puts it up, he scores, and he's fouled. Another look on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay here, Bryce. Nice look here from Eric Wincheski. Got it off to Schaefer. Whacked on the way up. Got the bucket.
Great look from Wincheski. Full court pass down there. Schaefer finishing with contact.
And one for Grayson Schaefer. Shoots 55% from the stripe. 1 for 1 in the ball game. 49-32, Minot High on top. Cranston between the legs, razzle dazzle. Oh, he's blocked by Shell on the play. Oyuji's got it here. He was a question mark in the second half. He looks all right to me. Crafty with the basketball. Leaks it out now here to Shell. Shell off the window, not an easy one, and Peyton Shell has got quiet points in the ball game. That's 4 total for him. Minot leads 51-32 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Well, join us Friday night. We've got another big one coming your way. The Magi and Patriots. 6 p.m. for the girls, 7:45 for the boys. We'll have the call right here on the PSP Network.
Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Well, we've got a 50-50 winner inside of Magic City Campus's gymnasium. Not a bad crowd on hand here tonight for this showdown. 51-32, Minot on top. Update from the Minot High hockey game tonight in Williston. Big thanks to Tyler Hagen, photographer for the PSP Network. Minot's up 3-0 at the end of 2. The shots are 41-3 favoring the Magi. Running into a hot goaltender tonight in Brody Ekblad.
I tell you what, Nick, the adjustment I really like that happened from Coach Winchetsky, putting Peyton Shell, usually guarding the best player for Dickinson. Cranston usually guards the best player for them. As we see a 3 knocked down by Cameron Wolf, his first bucket of the game. Stolen away by Wolf now.
Well, we apologize about that. Had a camera issue that I had to fix. See me get up on the bleachers like that, Bryce? I thought I was going down for a minute.
You looked about as athletic as Conklin. You really look like an athlete up there, Nick.
Bedell puts it up and in. And Landon Bedell's got 2 more in the ball game. Rebound comes down to Schaefer. He's got possession here. Here's the jump shot from Shell, no good. 11:32 to play here in our second half of basketball. Minot's up 53-35. If you're Dean Winchetsky right now, are you happy with where the Magi are at in this contest?
I tell you what, the second half, like I had said, this adjustment, putting Shell on Cranston, I really like that move that he's done. And like he said, he's been kind of, I like the rotation moves he's made a lot. Fisher Johnson's been involved a lot. You can see Bedell back out there now. Nelson's got some minutes. Really good job by Coach Winchetsky.
On the drive with it, Cranston kicked it back up top. Oyuji, runner, teardrop, no good. Back upstairs now for Glasser. He's got it. This is Damon Glasser. Off to his right. Oyuji dribbling, razzle dazzle. Little runner here, put it up off the rim, no good. Another offensive board for the Midgets. They're certainly battling inside. Bucket didn't fall. Chance was there, was in that out for Cameron Wolf, looking for his first 2 points of the ball game.
Tell you what, immediate impact by Cameron Wolf. Hits that 3. You see the offensive rebound there. Almost finished it in traffic, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Just missed for Wolf. Shoots 64% from the charity stripe. Averages 3.2 points per game.
Got him listed at 6'3". He looks a little taller than that to me.
Wolf gets the second one to fall. Well, join us tonight for the Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll have our MVP of the matchup. We'll also have our move of the game brought to you by Jobbers Move Against Storage. Nelson wanted his third three, couldn't get it. Cranston's got it. OUG with the basketball. Sent inside. Blocked there by the Magi. Two towers came up, Bedell and Nelson. Stop is made by the Magicians, and it went on a play on Minot High School. Will be Dickinson basketball here with 10:25 left in our second half. On the drive to the right side, Glasser threw up a prayer, no good. Wincheski was on top of him. Comes away down to Conklin, and Conklin goes back to Wincheski. Here's Wincheski. Corner, pocket, Fisher, Johnson off the mark. Nelson inside, scrumming for it. There's going to be a foul coming here. David Glasser, Dan Glasser, excuse me, not too impressed with that call, Bryce, by any means.
Yeah, he might want to be a little careful here, Nick. I think the ref, he's walking away now. Smart move.
OUG charged with his first. Dan Glasser, a veteran, 9 years as the head coach of the Midgets. Certainly knows his way around the hardwood, no doubt about that. Shell's got it. Bedell back off to Johnson. Foul away from the basketball. Legal screen, I believe, on the Magi coming here. Was on Conklin.
Conklin kind of creating a little too much space there, Jason West says. Gets him for an offensive foul.
It's number 3 on Logan Conklin. Magi are up 53-36 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Midgets with possession up top. They work it here. From Freer, taken away by Johnson. Fisher Johnson on the run. Takes it down, lays it up, no good. Conklin trying to pull up the rebound. 2 players on the ground behind the Minot High bucket. Now Damon Glasser just slows it up. Most physical WDA game I've seen so far this year, hands down inside of conference play. Glasser went up after it. Conklin denied him at the rim. Magi have possession. Here with Nelson, now Shell. Fans are getting animated on this side of the court, Bryce.
I'll tell you what, the referees are letting them play, though. I will say that, Nick.
3-pointer. Caden Helm from downtown. Magi all of a sudden have a 20-point lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Worked out top, Widener from downtown. That one missed. Rebound Cranston underneath. Cranston off the window, count the bucket and the foul. Boston Cranston. He's special already, only as a sophomore. Ceiling is very high for this young man.
I love the motor on him. Kid plays so hard. I tell you what, like being the leading scorer on your team, you've got that target on your back. You probably are drawing their best defender. Kid is super active.
Gets it to roll, and Cranston adds another from the charity stripe. 2 for 2, both and ones in the ball game. He's got 15 total tonight to pace the Midgets. Conklin inside. He traveled. This ball game on the PSP Network is brought to you by our friends here at Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online, RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com. Also want to thank our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. Visit MinotBraces.com. 0% financing, free consultations either in the office or virtually at MinotBraces.com. Like that 0% financing as well at Prestwich Orthodontics. Cranston gets it in. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Magi. They run the floor with it. This is Wincheski that's got it. Wincheski crashing up, puts it off the window, count the bucket and the foul.
Some emotion there by Eric Winchetsky. Nice little dribble drive. The hesitation creates that contact. He finishes, has a chance at an N1.
Coming back from the Ryan Family Dealerships replay, you see the N1 play for Eric Winchetsky is good. Winchesky's gone 4 of 5 from the Serve Pro line. Ball's touched last by the Midgets. Minot High gets the ball back here with 7:56 left in regulation. Anything change in that conversation that we had to start the second half, Bryce, on what Glasser and company can do here for the Midgets?
I tell you what, I'm kind of curious how healthy Oyuji is. I'm not sure exactly what happened to him. He hasn't played a whole lot of minutes in the second half. Try and get some more open looks with his dribble drive, I would think, would be a big, like I said, for this second half.
Shell with a fancy move inside. He's whacked on the play. Shell's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Well, we saw on our screen just a moment ago, Widener came limping back over towards the Dickinson bench, and unfortunately for him, the Nike shoe was off and the ice bag was taped around it. Fortunate loss for the Midgets.
Let's hope it's nothing serious.
Peyton Shell from the Serve Pro free throw line. Went 1 for 2 in the first half. He's gone 2 for 3 here in the second half. That first shot was good. Second one on its way here from Peyton Shell. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology at Serve Pro. Off the mark on the second. Here come the Midgets. 60-39. Minot's got the lead. Next up for the Midgets in conference play. Oh, Glasser went up. He's blocked on the play. As Schaefer says, I don't think so. They're at home on the 12th against St. Mary's. Minot High at Century on Friday. Glasser calls a timeout here for the Midgets. Animated on the near sideline. 60-39. Minot's got the lead.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Well, there's some intensity inside the gym at Magic City Campus Gymnasium tonight. Minot with a 60-39 lead. That frustration starting to come out of the Midgets just a bit. That timeout called by Dan Glasser. It's going to be a foul on the play. It's going to be charged on Minot High's Schaefer, possibly inside. Is that the call from Jason Sharpie coming here?
I believe it's Helm.
25, not 34. Thank you. Helm charged with his first of the ball game. At the charity stripe, rebound pulled down by the Magi and Conklin. 7:19 ticking down in regulation. Minot up big, 60-39. It's been a physical ball game tonight at Magic City Campus's Gymnasium, without a doubt. Helm turnaround jump shot. Can he get it to fall? Bouncing in. And Caden Helm scores his second bucket of the contest. He's got 5 for the Magi.
He's been really active here in the second half. 5 points, made a big 3. Has caused a few deflections. Playing hard, really hard defensively as well.
Shell towering up after the basketball. Here's Conklin with it. Conklin takes it down to the baseline, worked it back up top. Here's Schaefer open from three land off the mark. Towering up after the basketball. Nice rebound pulled in by Isaac Schulte, 6'2 junior. OUG with the ball. Dylan Glasser. Nice crossover move. Crashing in. Too much on it. Winchesky's got it for the Man Giant. He'll slow up shop as he tosses it across to Helm. Conklin, far corner. Now Schaefer. Back over to Helm. Dribbling down to the baseline, and Helm's going to be pushed on a play down there. The foul's going to be charged on the Midgets. Freer picks up number 3. Any concern with how rough it is right now of getting out of here? Everybody healthy tonight?
Yeah, like you said, we've seen a real physical game. I know Widener, you said he had his shoe off over there. We've seen some bodies on the floor, Nick. Let's hope we don't see any more ice packs or anything, or some injuries, any injuries of any kind to finish up this last 6 minutes.
Second one for Helm, bounced around, rebound pulled down. Conklin's going to get it after Schaefer had it. Fouled inside. 2 shots coming down for Logan Conklin as he was hacked on the play. The foul is going to belong to Isaac Schulte. 18 fouls. Minot High enters the bonus here with 6:08 remaining in regulation. Logan Conklin. Nothing but net. Shooting 51% from the serve pro stripe. Conklin had the highlight of the game here tonight. He slab timed one home in the first half. Second one for Conklin, no good.
Seems like he does that a lot when we're on air here, Nick.
Some guys just live up to it. They want to see those highlights. Conklin, one of them. Speaking of which, make sure to hit subscribe on the YouTube platform. OUG crashing in. He goes up and scores.
Super impressed with the OUG when he goes to the rack. You see that? He kind of switched hands on that, Nick, on that reverse layup from the left to the right. Great finish.
If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit like and follow on the PSP Network social media platforms as well. PSP Network, our mission is to promote local athletes. Dylan Glasser downtown, nailed it. Second three-pointer in the ballgame for the sophomore. He's got 6, averaging 8.6 per contest. Into the lane, Sessing back up top. Comes away to Johnson, now Conklin. Corner pocket, 3-ball, no good. Big rebound again, taken away. Fisher Johnson laid it up, then Conklin put back. Foul before Conklin's shot fell through the cup.
Tell you what, I've been impressed. Fisher Johnson's first start of the year, been super active on both ends.
It's had a good ball game tonight for the Magi. It's the 4th personal on Freer. Fisher Johnson missing on the first on this trip to the line. He was 2 for 2 back in the first half. 7 for him in the ball game. On its way, bouncing around, no good. Minot gets the rebound. Winchesky's up top with it. Under 5 to play in regulation. Fisher Johnson inside. Trying to kick it back over to Conklin. Defense was there for the Midgets. A lot of bright spots tonight for Dickinson, trailing by 20 to the #1 ranked team in the state. Ball's going to end up on the ground.
Student sections. I know the first one they called for was Lucas Beater there. Want to see him in, get a few minutes here.
Jim's been fairly quiet here in this WDA affair. Smaller crowd maybe than we're used to for Minot High basketball on this occasion. Minot High back at it on Friday night against Century. We know that that's going to be a full gym like you mentioned earlier on, where the Patriots and Magi come together Friday night. Girls and boys will play Hope you join us for that one. Oh, hard collision inside the paint. Offensive on Oyuji.
I'm going to tell you what, Nick, the gym Friday at Century is not going to be quiet.
I'm excited for them. Girls and boys at 6 o'clock and then again at 7:45.
You taking big boy orders when you go down there?
I sure will. Couple fly-in style, my friend.
Read my mind, sir.
I had a pizza burger at Planet Pizza the other day. Onions, extra pepperoni. My goodness, it was delicious. Lunch buffet there tomorrow might not be a bad idea.
You had me at onions, Nick.
Glasser. That's Dylan Glasser on the far side. Worked away here by the Midgets. They take it at the free throw stripe. Kicked out. Wolf, three land, no. Rebound underneath. They're hard working underneath the hoop. It's going to be a foul on the play. Down to 3 minutes, 34 seconds left here in regulation. Grayson Schaefer charged with the foul. In comes Lucas Beater. Checking out for the Magi was Carson Sessick. Schaefer picks up his first. Minot High is going to improve to a record of 10-0 on the year. 5-0 inside the conference. 6-0 at home for the Magi. Midgets are going to drop to 6-4 overall on the season. 2-3 inside of the WDA. That shot missed from the line. Midgets will be 3-3 on the road here in this 23-24 campaign. Well, if you can be 500 on the road, that's not bad. They wanted to come in with an upset here tonight. Not over yet, of course. It's a 20-point lead, but time wearing pretty thin for a comeback in this showdown. Glasser's going to help that cause, however, as Dylan Glasser goes up off the window and scores.
How about the second half by Dylan Glasser? 8 points here.
Here's Lucas Beater. Inside, Winchesky. Crafty with it.
Fouls number 23, Colby Fasthorse, his first personal. 19 foul. Winchesky at the line, shooting 2.
Fasthorse charged with the foul. That's number 1. Winchesky's at the free throw stripe. And Eric Winchesky off the mark. Well, the Magi bring a couple more players into the ball game. Carson Deaver about to check in. Checking in, Caden Flavin. Sessing back in for the Magi. Winchesky gets the second. .243 left in regulation. Battling inside, there's going to be a foul on the play on the Magi. Falls on number 34, the Magicians, Landon Bedell.
Nick, a little note. We'd like to say congratulations on the award of North Dakota Sportscaster of the Year. Award you're sharing with Mr. Chase Miller from your live event. What an honor, Nick. Can you put into words what that means?
I really can't. I thank you so much for that, by the way. And no, what an honor. When you look at that list of guys that have won that award in the past, and seeing the names on that list to be included with that group of elite broadcasters in our state really is something mesmerizing to me, who's been such a fan of sports broadcasting from such a young age. I remember growing up and listening to Minot High hockey so many nights on at the farm, and Minot High was on the road, and I just loved it. Charlie Fox and Swearingen on those calls. Fell in love with it when I was just a little kid, and what a dream come true to to be involved in it and to be honored that way is something that really is undescribable, my friend. It really is fantastic, and what an honor. And guys around us at PSP Network, you included, all a part of that without a doubt. Job well done.
That's a career highlight, my man. Congratulations.
Beater goes off the glass and scores. Minute 25 left in the ball game. Nice work inside off the glass. Jack Hammond scores. I liked your comment the other day asking if there was a $20,000 cash prize for winning that award. Just a little plaque at the end of the year, I think, is what it is. Nice work inside. Sessing goes up and puts it in. His first points of the ball game.
Sessing is very interesting to me. He won the grit belt down in the Pentagon in South Dakota. He contributed on both ends that prior game that we did before the break, and I look for him to emerge with some more minutes for the Magi and continuing to contribute.
I think that's one of the things that's most intriguing about this Magi team. You go from last year where you had Derek Descent, Mr. Basketball, all-time leading scorer, point getter at Minot High School, what he was able to do, getting a bunch of minutes now at North Dakota State University for the Bison. You go from him to not a clean slate by any means, but you lose Nygaard, you lose Gunville, lose some others in that lineup, and kind of look around and say, what will Minot High be like here this year? Well, you got guys like Sessing stepping in off the bench, and understanding that role, I think, is the biggest piece to the Magi puzzle, and what Dean Winchesky and that crew of coaches has been able to do, getting the guys to buy into that it's a team first attitude, and it's really worked well for the Magi. That's why they're ranked number 1. That's why they're up in this ball game. Both were good from the line, by the way, on the shots from Gerbig. Underneath, Bedell. Off the glass and in. Bedell's got 6. 71-53, Minot High on top. 33 seconds away from our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. And Shots Crossroads, home of the delicious number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads, home to the famous banana cream pie. Sessing trying to kick it off to Beater. Taken by the Midgets. They look for the last points of this ball game. They work it back up top. Taken back away now by Gerbig. 10 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Back up top of the key. Midgets have possession. Here comes a shot at the horn. That one's off the front of the rib. And that's how it ends tonight. The Magi take down the Midgets. 71-53, the final score. Join us for our Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show here tonight. We will break it down. The highlights, the numbers, the stats, and the awards that we'll hand out coming up next. Minot High improves to 10-0. Dickinson falls to a record of 6-4 in what was a WDA physical slugfest here tonight.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-Store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shaw's Crossroads bring you tonight's postgame show. Planning Team Financial. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, find them online, planningteam.com. At Shaw's Crossroads, home to the delicious number 99, where team buses are always welcome. It's Shaw's Crossroads. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call of this one here this evening. It was a rough and tumble WDA matchup. Minot comes out of here with the victory tonight. Your overall thoughts on this ball game here tonight, Bryce, where the Magi pick up win number 10 of the year?
Like you said, super physical game from the tip. Something Minot, I would say, likes. I tell you what, just the defensive tenacity by the Magicians. Everything is contested. I tell you what, Coach Winchensky has those boys playing defense all the time, every single possession. Super impressive effort from the Magicians tonight, Nick.
Dickinson's got some players to watch for. The Glasser kids are good. Boston Cranston had himself a night, didn't he?
I tell you what, Cranston stood out to me all night. I said that numerous times. He's got that scorer's mentality. He knows, I'm not saying he's Stephen Curry, but just that movement. The kid was constantly moving, trying to get the basketball, trying to get open, be involved. Super impressive night from Boston Cranston.
Time to take a look at the numbers of this showdown with the individual stat line. Here's Bryce Gutnick.
We'll start with the Midgets side. They were led by Boston Cranston. He had 15 on the night. Widener added 6. Dylan Glasser had 8, all in the second half. Dante Oyuji added 8. Damon Glasser had 3. Gerbrig added 5. Hammond with a bucket, he had 2. Wolf added 4, and Bittner with 2. 53 on the total for the Midgets. On the Magi side, leading scorer, Logan Conklin, 18 points on the evening. Peyton Shell with 5. Fisher Johnson, his first start to my knowledge, I'm not for certain on that. He had 7. Big night for Fisher Johnson. Eric Winchensky added 12. Carson Sessing with 2. Caden Helm with 6. Badell added 6. Beater with a bucket. Braden Nelson, 2 big threes off the bench. He had 6. Grayson Schaefer with 7 for a total of 71 for the Magicians.
Here's how it looks on paper. Minot High busy from the line, 15 for 25. 7 for 9 for the Dickinson Midgets. Both teams had 6 3-pointers in the contest. Those numbers brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Ryan Family Dealerships brings you a look at the numbers and the totals here of this ball game. Well, we've got our player of the game joining us up here in the PSP press area. The young man that got the start here tonight for the Magi and certainly didn't disappoint. 7 points for Fisher Johnson. First things first, that was a physical ball game tonight, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
What's the mentality coming in against a Dickinson team that you know is going to give you their best effort each and every night? And they're a team that maybe isn't always at the top of the WDA, but it's not going to be an easy one. What's the game plan coming in?
Oh, yeah, we know they're going to be physical. They're a very good offensive team, and we just got to stay calm and, play our game.
What's it like when you see Logan Conklin slam dunk that way early on in the contest?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. It's just like every time it goes up, it's amazing, so.
Gets everybody rocking and rolling early. You guys have 10 wins now on the season, ranked number 1 in the state of North Dakota. In your mind, is there anything that Minot High basketball is lacking right now?
No, I think there's always something a team can lack. You can always do better on something, but I like the way we're playing right now, and just keep it going.
Century, the next opponent coming up Friday night. How much are you looking forward to that showdown?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun time at Century, so looking forward to it.
Is there a key in your mind to beat the Patriots Friday night?
Oh, of course. Yep, everyone's goal there.
All right, let's do it, man. Well, best of luck. We appreciate your work here tonight. Congratulations. It's Fisher Johnson, our MVP of the game. We'll get a picture of you for social media, my friend. We'll have you take that headset off, and we'll get the picture for social media. Fisher Johnson, our player of the game here tonight. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the awards that we'll hand out. Put a cap on our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show. Again, the Magi get the win. Final 71-53 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Nick Holberg and Bryce Gutnick. Bacon at Shots Crossroads with hash browns with cheese, 2 eggs over easy. Telling you, it's where it's at. They bring you the postgame tonight with Planning Team Financial Advisors. The Magi improved to 10-0 on the season. The Midgets dropped to 6-4. Midgets are now 2-3 inside of the WDA. The Magi are 5-0. They're going to match up coming up on Friday night with the Century Patriots down in Bismarck, and that's a matchup inside the standings. Looks like this. Century's going to be 5-0. They're just putting the tail end of a victory over Mandan in the books right now on the PSP network. What does it take for Minot High and Century on Friday night? Just their best basketball, both sides, to come out of there with a win? Tell you what, it's going to be, I expect a ruckus crowd down there in Bismarck. And I tell you what, the Magicians, night in, night out, I'm going to be super interested to see how Century handles the defense of Minot High. I tell you what, I've watched some teams play in this state, Nick, and I tell you what, I don't know if there's a team that defensively as good as Minot that I've seen right now. The way that they leap out of the gym on rebounds, and the way that they the reading of the plays is one of the big things, and the basketball brains that are there is fun to watch for Minot High School. That's a big matchup Friday night. We'll have it for you right here on the PSP network. The girls will play at 6 p.m. The boys will play following there shortly after. Hope you join us for that showdown coming up on the PSP network. Again, that is on Friday night, live from Bismarck. I'll be on the call with Joe Cattell coming up. Again, 6 p.m. for the game time coming up for the girls, 7:45 for the boys on Friday night. Well, a couple more orders of business here tonight. We've got our MVP locked and loaded. Nice to see Fisher Johnson get his first start for the Magi and come away with the MVP award, brought to you by Sport Clips, where you can get the MVP haircut experience at Sport Clips locations in Minot and Bismarck. What did you like about his game tonight?
I tell you what, so it was his first start. He steps in. He was getting his teammates involved early. Did a great job of that. Kid plays so hard. Lots of deflections, a few steals on his end. I know the 7 points doesn't jump off the stat sheet, Nick, but I tell you what, the boy did. The young man did a lot more than in his first start.
MVP of the game. Congratulations, Fisher Johnson. Time for our move of the game. Brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers can help you with your moving and storage needs. Find them online, jobberswarehouse.com. Jobbers, locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. I don't know how many more of these we're going to see this year coming from Logan Conklin. But my goodness, it's fun to watch when he does it, isn't it?
I tell you what, I feel like he just spoils us, Nick. Every time we're on the call, there's the, as you like to say, the slamma jamma, the rising up, the throwdown by Conklin.
Worth one more shot at it. Jobbers again brings you tonight's move of the game. I felt like the atmosphere in here was kind of quiet tonight. It didn't seem to have as much buzz as it normally does. But Conklin put it up and in there. That certainly had this place elevated at that point. There's your move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Well, the rest of this week on the PSP network looks like this. We're not done yet. Girls and boys wrestling right here in the Magic City coming up on Thursday. Minot and Bismarck. Girls hockey that same night. Williston at Minot. And on Friday, Minot's at Century. Mandan is at Legacy in high school hoops. Catching the tail end of the pregame show. Dean Wachewski up here joining us. Logan Conklin's here as well. What can we do for you gentlemen here tonight?
We just wanted to come up and say congratulations to the North Dakota Sportscaster of the Year. It's well deserved and it's about time. This guy's a stud. He is a man amongst men. And what he's doing for high school athletics is phenomenal. So thank you for all that you do, bud.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys. Fantastic. Conklin, you want to see your move of the game one more time here tonight? Let's show it to you, my friend. What's going through your mind when you see this ball coming your way here?
I don't know. In practice, everyone's been telling me I need to get a two-hand dunk because I've only been one-hand dunking this year. So I came up and just powered it down. I did that one for beater.
That was good. Nice job here tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, my friend. Oh, that was quite nice of Dean Winchesky and Logan Conklin there. We appreciate those guys. What a fun night. Fun to be a part of Magi basketball in the WDA, no question about that. Bryce, your closing thoughts.
I tell you what, we've been talking about a loaded week of hoops, and the Magicians take care of business tonight. The defensive effort's always there. You know you're getting that from a coach team by Winchesky, and nothing different tonight. I tell you what, it's going to be an interesting Friday night. You'll be there on the call. It's going to be a fun one. Just that atmosphere. You got the number one girls, you got the number one boys going to Century. We know about the rivalry in the girls. I'm really interested to see how Century will handle the defensive tenacity of the Magicians coming to town on Friday.
Great job as always, partner. A lot of fun working with you here on the PSP Network. It was a record-breaking night on the doubleheader. The Midgets put up the most points they ever have in program history. They scored 119 to pick up their 5th win in the conference, upending the Midgets tonight 119-40 earlier on. Just saw the boys from Minot take a win 71-53 away from the Midgets here on their home floor. That will do it tonight from here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. Big thanks to Owen Patterson on the camera tonight. Job well done as always, my friend. And Andrew Woodbeck up top. Job well done to both those gentlemen. Big thanks to all those sponsors. Without them, frankly, we wouldn't be here. And as always, a giant thank you to each and every one of the military men and women, past and present, all those veterans out there as well listening. God bless you all. Thank you so much for doing what you do. God bless you all, and God bless America. For Mr. Bryce Gutnick, I'm Nick Holberg signing off from here at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. It's a Minot High sweep. The number 1 ranked teams of boys and girls show why here tonight. Wins over Dickinson. Till Thursday night. Minot High and Williston square off in girls hockey. Please have a good night and God bless.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by PSP Network. It's game day.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.